Yo, what up, what up, what up? Y'all know the deal, man. Like and share, like and share, like and share, so we get this thing out everywhere. There's anywhere in the world it could be, but so be right here with me, the BABGOG, and I appreciate you to pull up on me, man. Hey, what's going on, man? Shout out to everybody in the building. I hope y'all are having a wonderful hump day. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? A wonderful Wednesday. Y'all say I chose violence, man. I didn't choose violence. I'm just going by what black women say, okay? I am simply repeating something that black women have said for quite some time. And the wonderful thing about social media is, you know, they can say it out loud. Shout out to my man Mike G, bro. Before I even get started, bro, hit me with the 5 on the Cash App, brother. I greatly, greatly appreciate you, bro. Ain't nothing but some money. Just to give you guys a reminder, shipmate, what's going on with you? Shout out to you doing that hard work out there, protecting our freedom. Hit the like button. So let me do this. So I'm gonna take it back to no, I'm not froze. I'm not froze. I was trying to find a spot because I wanted the clip, I couldn't find a clip. So excuse me, right? But let's just start here then, we'll find that. So wonderful. The former Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett is back at it again, man. And Jasmine Crockett is being herself. Mind you, she's put down a lot of the Sister Girl Act, and she's speaking more in her profession. I think she went back to being a lawyer or whatnot, but of course, being that I think they had Essence Fest and all these different things and so on and so forth, and people are reaching out to her to speak on whatever. And let's just go here, right? Let you hear her say it to give further context into what I'm saying. And let me say this, man. Listen, bro, if you don't like it here, brother or sister, bro, just leave. If America is truly as bad as you say it is, you can't afford nothing, and they're racist, and they hate black people. Hey, man, listen, Mexico right down the way, bro. Mexico, motherfucking hop, skip, and a jump. DR, motherfucking Haiti, Cuba. You know what I'm saying? Hell, Venezuela. It's plenty of motherfucking places. Canada. It's plenty of motherfucking places you can just go to right now today, bro. Okay? If you hate it here that much, man, just leave. Ain't nobody keeping you here. But what I know is you niggas love it here. This is home. So just like niggas grow up their whole life in their hometown, never motherfucking leave. What the fuck you think you finna do with the whole country, bro? How you just hate America so much and you only seen like 1% of it? At best, you've been to the fucking the capital or the major city in your state. You ain't did no traveling. You ain't experienced no other motherfucking regions, food, weather, hell, activities. It's so much stuff to do in this fucking hell. Monuments. I still got to go to motherfucking the Grand Canyon. I still got to see Mount Rushmore. It's plenty of things in this country, bro, that's just oh so awesome that I haven't experienced it yet. So to say because things aren't going my way, mostly because I'm making poor decisions, poor financial decisions. I'm gonna keep saying this again, man. Listen, if people weren't being hyper consumers and irresponsible, you could make it. If you're buying a brand new car off the lot, I don't want to hear you complaining about affording anything. Everybody, we all know. I don't even know how they even able to sell new cars for real. Everybody knows once you buy a new car, it loses, I think they say approximately at least 20% of its value the moment you drive off that motherfucker. The moment you drive off. The note on it is whatever it is, and then you got car insurance. The problem is poor fiscal financial responsibility. Wasting money. This is why everybody can't afford nothing.
Answering the question of what America owes black women, the answer is everything.
Now, what America owes black women. Listen. And Essence in itself was a black magazine. At one point in time, I thought Essence was a black magazine, but then it transformed into a black woman's magazine. Or, because if I remember right, I thought Essence had, or maybe that was Jet. Which one did the Black Beauty of the Month? Was that Jet or Essence? Did Jet or Essence do like the Black Beauty of the Month thing?
When we think about the sacrifice,
appreciate you, Chris. So that was Jet. Okay.
sacrifices that black women have made from the moment that we were stolen from our homelands and transported into this country to the fact that black women continue to stand as the backbone specifically of the Democratic Party. We know that black women are always the ones that are doing the labor, but we are also the ones that are always the first targets of any harm. So,
and here we go again, man. And the reason why this is a problem, right, is because when black women say this is coded language. This is coded language. They're not talking about their beloved white man, right? They're not talking about Brad and Chad. They're not talking about motherfucking pasta and lobster. None of that shit. They talking about us, the most harmed. What they say, a black woman is killed every 35 seconds or whatever bullshit they fucking come up with, right? To send that fucking dog whistle, to send that motherfucking messaging that black men are just also violent and black women are unprotected because black men kill black women and beat black women. And but when you get into the numbers and you let them know, well, hey man, listen, it's very, very unfortunate, you know, very, very unfortunate. But again, there will never be a time to where ain't some nigga beating some bitch. Sorry. The best way to cure that though is to leave the niggas that beat bitches and let other bitches know. But for whatever reason, it's crazy how a nigga that beat bitches always got a bitch to beat. I'm gonna say it again. A nigga that beat bitches always got a bitch to beat for some reason. Y'all claim Chris Brown was just this horrible, terrible person. Y'all paying Chris Brown, motherfucking. Chris Brown is the face of black domestic violence. Y'all know that? Chris Brown was a new age Ike Turner for a minute. Mind you, again, it was really self-defense because Rihanna admitted to hitting this man and biting this man while he was driving. I think everybody should keep their hands to themselves, but Chris Brown was made the face of domestic violence, bro, at probably like, I wouldn't say the peak of his career because he's peaked after that, but on a skyrocketing fucking career because a woman got mad at him. Nigga took some of the biggest losses ever. I'm glad he made it back. But all the niggas that are the worst of niggas, bro, they never have a problem finding women. And I thought black women specifically had some of the best intuition out here. That's the same when it goes to all these niggas gay. They gay, they gay, they gay, they gay, they gay, they gay. So how you didn't know your nigga was gay? How you didn't know that your nigga was out here doing the bending?
Are you gay?
How you gonna ask me a question like that?
How do you marry a woman and then turn around and let a man bend you over?
Ain't nobody bending me over.
Oh, so you doing the bending?
How y'all don't never motherfucking know, man?
This 4th of July, I say celebrate a black woman that you know, because whether it's an invention that she made or whether it's the very democracy that still hangs by a thread right now, there is a black woman to thank for her contributions.
And again, remember, I understand that this is essence and it might have been a question that she was fielded. But how many times have black men been asked questions about black men, and then he always gives credence to black women and their play and their role and the importance of them and how they're beautiful and how they're beloved. You notice that? Black men are and can never be exclusionary when it comes to speaking on black issues without mentioning black women. Unless he's just completely, totally denigrating black men, in which that is, speaking up for black women. Y'all need to do better. Y'all need to take care of these kids. Y'all need to make more money. Y'all need to be better providers. If you're doing that, you don't have to mention black women because black women gonna be in the yes, preach, talk, say it. Motherfucking seals. But if a black man is mentioning anything constructive, productive about the black community, he cannot do so without mentioning black women. Then we got this one right here. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Shout out to Latina 2026. Appreciate your love. Fantastic. Remember, Shah, I told you that you have to be positive for a month. And I'm being positive. This is positive. Ain't nothing but some money. I'm positively telling black women they need to include black men when they're talking about black issues and stop making themselves their own group within a race of people. Yeah, exactly. Hey, that's what I'm trying to find, Jabroni Z. Jabroni Z, I'm trying to find anybody got the hour mark or the timestamps when Ice Cube had the conversation on Cocktails with Queens. Give it to me. I already got that pulled up in the back. That's what I was looking for because I didn't have the thing. Cree, how is this not positive? Baby, I'm talking about, again, the need for unity and inclusion. I would like for a accomplished, intelligent, beautiful black woman to tell me how much that she appreciates my provision and protection, Cree. I would like a black woman to get up here and let me know and remind me just how important and integral I am in the progress of the black community as a whole, of the black race. How's that not positive? All right, Latina. All right, now. Latina 2026. All right, now. That's all I'm going to say. All right, now. I appreciate your love, but all right, now. You dropped too many of them emojis.
At you and says, "Oh, you've got to help me because I'm a Democrat and it's about our democracy." You ask them, "Who is our? Who are you talking about? What exactly is it that you plan to do for my community? Do you even know what is happening in my community? Do you understand that black women specifically are under attack and they have been targeted? And we have the largest unemployment that we have ever seen before, specifically for black women."
And again, listen, I don't know what question is being fielded, but my understanding is Essence is a black experience. Essence isn't black women only because I know, there are men there. At least there are men performers and everything. Yo, what up with you, man? What's going on, bro? Shout out to my man Jeff in the building, right? So if this is the case, and Essence Fest, I know plenty of black men are down there for that, whatnot, what have you. How do you go from my community and then you jump to black women only when we know, remember, we discovered this here. Black men had a much higher, well, not much, but had a higher unemployment rate than black women did. Black men had a higher unemployment rate than black women did. And everybody's still touting this $300,000 jobs lost, 300,000 jobs lost. All of those women, or the vast majority of those women, well, I got to say all. Black women gained all of those jobs back, plus 30,000 jobs by the end of the year. Women that were working for the government and had government jobs simply transferred from the government to the private sector. That's all that happened. And my understanding, even furthermore, if that woman did lose a job from the government, she received a more than fair severance package. More than fair severance package. And then on top of that, got a new job in the private sector. So she got paid to quit, and all she did was put in a fucking application in the private sector to keep making more money. What are we talking about here? What are we talking about here?
you willing to stand up and say something and do something about that in this moment? Because it's not enough that you just go and vote for the person that has a D by their name and think that everything's going to be fixed.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Where was this messaging when you had a D by your name, baby? When you were a congresswoman, you was just telling blue no matter who. All the Republicans were racist and so now that your ass didn't get elected again. Black man, bro, listen. At the very least, bro, both parties are, two sides of the same coin. The next election cycle or coming up to a major election or whatnot, what have you, bro. Black men as a whole, and I'm talking to establish, okay? To establish that we sick and tired of this shit and that we understand the importance of politics, either vote for the fucking independent candidate by upwards of fucking 90%, or better yet, just write in ballot, bro. Do a write-in name ballot for whoever it want to be, whoever we decide, to finally establish a political motherfucking foothold in this country, bro. Y'all just keep doing the same shit, bro. Y'all, again, only 20% of black men that voted Republican. That means the other 80% voted Democrat. Y'all don't know none of these policies. Y'all don't care. Y'all just follow behind what grandma and your mama and them told you to do. A big part of as to how and why that we don't get respect within the community, bro, is because we refuse to motherfucking just break the fuck off and be like, no, bitch, we doing this. Either follow me or get left. If the majority of black men started doing that and be like, hey, I'm not going back and forth, I'm not doing this or whatever, so on and so forth, you're either going to be with me or you're going to be by yourself and figure it out. Politically, especially.
It is about making sure that they understand that we are partners. They are not your leader. We are partners, and if anything, we follow your lead.
And again, now black women are partners in the Democratic Party. No mention of black men, and it's a two major fucking speeches, bro. Okay. And being that they motherfucking got rid of reverse fucking gerrymandering, this shit over with, bro. It's over with. It's over. And remember, I'm trying to find it here. I think it's somewhere around here. Let me go come into it here. This is when it was made apparent to all of us just what and how black women thought about black men, right?
Like, I feel like I don't, and I know this isn't your intention, but I feel like, you know how they use us all the damn time? You know what
I mean, both sides use celebrities, but check this out. The thing is this, I'm not here saying he's gonna do anything, but he didn't make a promise to me.
But I just gotta ask that and make that statement, because you can't make them tell them all of that, and they've been there for 3.5 years. So
I ain't trying to make them do nothing. So
we need them to do something if we're gonna trust them to do it. Hold on, guys, we gotta take a quick break. I definitely want to talk about that. I definitely want to talk about QB. He has some very, very good points about the military, but this current administration is using the military to enforce their own agenda, and we want to talk about that. So let's take a quick break. A lot of gems are being dropped here. We'll be back with more Cocktails with the Queens when we return after this break. Welcome back to Cocktails with the Queens. We have Ice Cube here, and we are talking about his contract with Black America and some very legit questions here. Before we went to break, you asked about if the current administration has not done it in 3.5 years, why now is this massive push with 2 weeks before the election. I understand IQB been working with this since June, July, but we're hearing about it now. So it looks really, I think about it looks very, like, I feel like I don't, and I know this isn't your intention, but I feel like, you know how they use us all the damn time. You know what
I mean, both sides use celebrities, but check this out. The thing is this, I'm not here saying he gonna do anything, but he didn't make a promise to me.
Hold on, man. Hold on. Y'all niggas in here disrespecting. Bruh, what's going on, bruh? I got 66 likes and I got fucking 166 people in here. What the fuck is going on, man? The like button is free. Hit that motherfucker for me, man. If you like, steal your kill. What the fuck is going on? Hit the like button if you will. Come on, bruh. Jesus.
Take off, record. Real more shit, man. That's why more bodies, man. Darn more bodies right now, man. That real more shit, man. G up in the building,
Hit the like button, people. It's fucking free, man. Come on, man. Hey, most definitely, bro. Appreciate you, man. Most definitely. So we remember this during the election cycle, which would have been when Biden got elected, right? Ice Cube went on and pretty much had a conversation with these women. And we learned that night that black women were their own social class or whatnot within black people. And it's been going on for quite some time, man. I keep telling y'all this, right? I don't know how and why when the separation happened, bro, and the divide, but a lot of this gender war shit, black men are simply responding. Men by nature are always pursuing women. Men control marriage. So again, there are more married black men than black women. Okay. Even when niggas get divorced, they get married again for some strange, crazy ass reason. I don't know. I don't fucking know. I don't get it. Right. But understanding these things, somehow, some way, black women want to make a delineation and separation between them and black men. When black women talk about black people, they're referring to them and children. And even within that, they're talking about girl children. There are black women out here that say, hey, I help only black women. I only want to help black girls. Remember, the sororities raised, what was it, $1.6 million or something in 6 hours for Kamala Harris. And I want to make sure I highlight this. Where you at, man? Where you at? Angela, I bet money you won't. Angela Page, I got $1,000 say you won't. You gonna take the bet, Angela? I have $1,000 that say you won't be voting for fucking Kamala Harris in 2028 because you won't be able to. She's not going to be the motherfucking candidate, baby. She's not going to be the presidential candidate for 2028. And if she is,
he made a campaign promise to the world. So he's on record for that. Now, we wanted Joe Biden on record. He has a plan, but I don't know if his plan really pinpoints black people. So we want a plan that pinpoints black people. We don't know if any of them going to do it. But when you have a person on record as a campaign promise, you have more to go at him with because he's told the world this is what he's going to do. And if he doesn't deliver, he looks bad to everybody. Now, why hasn't dude done it in 3 years? I don't know. Nobody's been pressing him. Everybody's been like, he's the boogeyman, run, and nobody's been pressing him on behalf of black people because we've been just waiting for Democrats to get back in.
I do not agree with you on that statement. There has been a lot of people that have asked him, what about the wall? What about the kids in cages? I mean, there's a lot of things that, trust me, I'm not going to give him no plus signs whatsoever.
But check this out. I'm talking about pressing him to give things to black people. These are country issues. I'm talking about black people pressing him to give things to black people. Everybody treated him like the boogeyman. Nobody would go and press him to give things to black people. The stuff that he's doing to the rest of the country, I understand that, but we raggedy. We got to get our. We have to press
this too, man. And again, I just experienced this the other night. I'm gonna say this again. Black people do not know how to communicate. Okay. Black people don't know how to communicate. This is why niggas have no respect for debate. Before Charlie Kirk died, Charlie Kirk was making money going around debating random motherfuckers and people, bro. Right? For niggas, oh, yeah, you going back and forth with a woman. You a pussy. You a bitch. You ain't no man. You ain't no man if you disagree with a woman and you got something to say. So by that logic, women just get to say whatever bullshit she wants to say, and I'm just supposed to shut up. A woman's talking, a woman gave her opinion. She could be wrong as fuck, but I'm going to be manly and just shut up and listen. It's going to be a one-sided conversation of a whole bunch of dumb shit, and I'm not going to counter anything, and her narrative is going to be the truth. When a person is talking, bro, you let them get out their entire statement, right? If you don't have an attention span further enough to fucking remember everything they said, either write notes and take notes down or re-ask them what they said. Because more likely than not, when a person is speaking, especially like, within, I'll say a minute or so or whatever, and people don't even understand and realize, bro, you're not even really speaking that long. And this was before attention span killing. This is before TikTok got big. TikTok wasn't big 3-4 years ago. You know what I'm saying? When this shit really got popping off. Now, bro, motherfuckers don't got an attention span outside of 90 seconds, bro. Everybody be talking shit, man. Why you talk so fast? Why you talk so fast? I have to speed up the videos of my regular speech to 1.5 speed, right? So that way I can garner and keep the attention of a motherfucker for at least a minute and 30 seconds. Because 3 minutes, niggas not listening. It's too long. Niggas don't even want to listen for 3 minutes of commentary at this point. Hell, y'all don't even want to in the review videos. Let me get on the soapbox. Bro, do y'all understand? Motherfuckers making more money just fucking cropping a picture out of themselves and then putting the fucking whatever the actual thing is and not even saying nothing, just sitting there. Lazy content creation, bro. Y'all literally will watch some shit, not even go to the regular source. Y'all gonna watch something because it got another motherfucker in there somewhere. Not even saying shit. Bro, we so cooked, bro. We so cooking, motherfuckers don't even understand it.
Any president that ends up winning, we have to press, or it's not going to work. We can't just press one side.
He says when we do press them that the other people are fine people. I mean, is that right? I mean, and he won't denounce the people that hurt us and suppress us, and that makes that, and then the policeman has his neck on somebody's neck.
Again, Cube, and that's comprehension. He's speaking in general, and he's saying, "Hey, look, I'm not here to motherfucking cape for Trump. I'm not here to cape for Trump. I'm simply telling you my plan to go to President Trump and demand things for his reelection. Give us some tangibles. All that shit you talking about is irrelevant to me. I don't either care one way or another, but that's not why I'm here. All the stuff you saying is pointless. We wasting time on something that's not even the topic at hand."
For 9 minutes.
Shout out to O Street Bella. Yeah. Hey, motherfuckers ain't read no Animal Farm, baby. They ain't read 1984. They don't care. It's all around us, surrounding us, Bella, and they don't even notice it. Chalk, those videos get Chalk. Just how you skip over one video, you can skip over it. If you skip over the fucking video where a motherfucker just got themselves motherfucking cut out and then the original fucking thing playing, that it never grows. Y'all don't even understand how content creation works and how niches get built. Machine, they don't know, man. These motherfuckers don't know about 1984, bro. Believe what shit Cube pushing? What are you talking about? And why you can't spell Cube with a C, brother? I hope you ain't some motherfucking old ass geriatric gangbanger. This nigga put a Q in the place of a C. Where's the Q? The Q ain't nowhere near the C, brother. So that was intentional. You better not be no motherfucking blood round here, nigga. You better not be some old ass blood.
Never support them. I mean,
I'm not here to fight about what he did, what he didn't do. Is he a good white man? Is he a bad white man? To me, they pretty much all the same. So now,
I don't agree with that.
With that said,
I don't agree with that. I don't agree with. Can I?
Look. I know we've had our.
And again, I hate this, bro. It's 1 on 5. I know we're rehashing this. Shout out to everybody in the building, man. We got let me see how many people we got in here now. We have 212 people in the building. What my lights looking like? Let me see what my lights looking like. And hit the panel, bro. Listen, hey, I don't bite. Whether you agree or disagree, man, hit the link. I got 214 people in here, bro, and I got 123. Y'all just over 50%, bro. Can we get it up to like, you know what I'm saying? Let's hit 200, bro. It's free. If you don't agree with me, you can hit the motherfucking link, bro. If what I'm saying is a whole bunch of bullshit, hit the link. If you agree, hit the link. If it's something that I'm missing, hit the link. Let's have a conversation.
Kind of presidents, and our situation hasn't changed. So that's why I said they're pretty much all the same when it comes to a president and dealing with our situation.
So I gotta ask this question. Because you're on this show with Cocktails with the Queens, and there's a reason for that. It wasn't to have you defend or not defend Donald Trump. It was about, I care about what's in this contract with Black America for women, and it's not, we're not mentioned at all in the contract with Black America. And
when you mention Black people, you mentioning Black women. So don't count yourself out.
No, that's not true.
There you go. I found it. There you go. We gonna run it back. Put a 1 in the chat if you heard that. Put a 1 in the chat if you heard that. We're gonna make it 1. We're gonna make it regular speed so it don't get fucking surpassed. And for future reference, that is somewhere around like the 1840 mark. So let's go like here.
To have you defend or not defend Donald Trump. It was about, I care about what's in this contract with Black America for women, and it's not, we're not mentioned at all in the contract with Black America. And
you are mentioned. I mean, when you mention Black people, you mentioning Black women. So
when you're mentioning Black people, you're mentioning Black women. This is the understanding, the proper mind frame that you should have. And this is the way that Black men speak. Whenever Black men are speaking about Black people, they're including everybody. And the crazy thing about it is usually is ourselves last. It's ourselves last. Because it's our duty to provide and protect women and children. So whenever a Black man is speaking of Black people, they're not motherfucking excluding Black women. They ain't saying fucking niggas only. When Black men come to the internet and have a lot of these and verbalize a lot of these issues and things, right? Bro, the proof is here. Jasmine Crockett just spoke twice and exclusively spoke of Black women and what politicians and the Democrat Party owes them. When again, 80%, at least 80% of Black men that vote are voting Democrat too. So fuck the niggas. Fuck the Black men that are out here working hard, 9 to 5, paying the same taxes, dealing with these things, so on and so forth. Fuck the Black fathers. Let's just worry about the women.
Don't count yourself out.
No, yes, that's not true. That's like administration.
And listen, these are 4 well-to-do Black women. No. They like, motherfucker, Me no black. Me no black. No, no, no. Nunca, nunca. No, me no black. I black woman. Me no black. I black woman. Chalk, you hit the link. I know you don't like me and you like this you know, feminist troll shit or whatever. How many black women vote? That's my, you know, that's my rebuttal. It don't matter how many black men vote. It's enough for, you know.
To say that when they
black people is not black women.
Black
women are not included in black people.
No,
Come on, ladies.
Come on, ladies. Come on, ladies.
But that's like,
and the only person that was you know, Diamond. Lisa Ray, motherfucking fine ass, is the only one that could be like, yeah, yes. Okay, they're entertainers, but they had a show that was syndicated by a major news station. So and they represent, they were elder. These are elder women. These ain't no young hot thoughts. These are older women. These sentiments are true. We've proven it time and time again. So what's your excuse for Jasmine Crockett, Chalk? Jasmine Crockett used to be a sitting congresswoman. She was a lawmaker. So if your disqualification for, oh, they're just entertainers, explain us Jasmine Crockett. What's your excuse for Jasmine Crockett? Little Rock, what up, fam?
That's like you saying, that's like when the president says minorities, then he's including black people. But we all know that that's not the case. Black women have specific needs that are not also being met. And we also feel that there should be some things that are specific to us and our plight as well. And I
understand that.
I feel like as a black man, you can leave.
No,
I feel like
well, I just offered y'all to write a section up for it. I just said I don't mind if you guys help us. If you guys help us write a section. No.
And again, I disagree with Q on this. No, and that's the problem. Black men, we have to stop giving away our power, especially for something that we create and we are the originators of. If it's your shit, baby, that's your baby. That's your project. That's your this. No, this is the way we're going to do it. You're going to be included. You're not going to get special treatment outside of black men and so on and so forth. No, we're all going to motherfucking, you know, benefit together equally. You don't get to separate yourself from the group and demand special treatment when you claim we're going through, you know, the same plight. That's the first thing y'all bring up. That's the first thing y'all say. But what's up, brother? Y'all, we got a brother up here. What's going on with your fam? What you got for me, brother?
Hey, what's going on, man? You basically, for the most part, and the reason I follow you, other than the fact that I hoop with Shad, that's my guy. You be understanding what's going on for the most part. I don't know if people really listening to what you're saying from a big picture perspective, but the feminism has overtaken the black movement and they've smuggled it in and it's pushed the men out. And so the way women think, if you deal with enough women, you understand that they don't think as logically and pragmatically as we do. And it mirrors the black community's mindset. And that's because that's who's teaching the kids. And Q, I mean, he trying to call it out. He trying to help them understand, but they have separated from us. And it's unfortunate. And I don't know how to fix it. I don't know where the answers lie. So that's really my thoughts on the whole thing.
No, man, bro. Greatly appreciate you, brother. Yeah, man. And that's what it is, unfortunately, right? And the crazy thing about it is when black women tout the feminist movement or whatnot, right? Black women don't remember or seem to forget. Whenever white women got their rights, they still had to wait with us. When white women got the right to vote, your black ass couldn't go there and vote with her. You had to wait just like us until the fucking Civil Rights Act was over with, right? Mm-hmm. You would have been some of the same atrocities and violence and, you know, possible loss of life over just your simple right. And it's just crazy, bro. Like you said, that's the most dangerous part, to where you know, we're seeing these things and these ideologies where the man is just excluded. There's no value put on the black man and the black father at all. And the father is the cornerstone of the family. Now, the mother is very, very important, right? But she's the nurturer and she's the, you know what I'm saying? She's the first teacher of the kid, right? But if the man's not providing the structure, the man's not providing the home, the man's not providing the food, how can the mother do her job? And it's literally gotten to the point of where, oh, you niggas don't matter. I can just get a baby and, you know, let the government take care of it. I get your motherfucking sperm, carry the baby, had a baby. Now, hey, fuck you, nigga. These women out here, bro, they before even what they call it now, it ain't baby showers no more. It's the gender reveal. Nigga out the picture. So, you know, that's the status quo.
So I got a question then. How do we help them understand the importance? So I don't watch you enough to know. I live in Atlanta, so I be outside. I know you be outside. These women that have your baby without knowing your middle name, they'll do it like it ain't nothing. And they'll do it in a way of they don't even understand what they're doing. I don't even think they get the point of a patriarch in general. And I see it in the kids in the gym. I see it in the kids in the street. And it's like they never even had a man figure around. It's just so obvious to see. So do we have an answer or do we just stall them out? We just waiting them out until we run into a generation that understands it and puts it into motion.
Yeah, man. Unfortunately, bro, that's gonna be what it is, man. I don't think there's anything that can be said because everything has been said. All you can do is salvage the people that those that will listen, you know, that can hear will listen, right? Outside of that, man, especially like I said, a woman that's our age that's stuck in her way, she's not changing, fam. If she's a feminist over 35, especially like 40, she has a hatred for men or disdain for men, you're not gonna change that woman's mind.
So I see a lot of the young girls here too, though, 20, 21, 22, 23, they deep in it. And I know they ain't experienced no racism yet. I know they ain't experienced like nothing more than what they really put themselves through by going outside early. We got to stop this shit at like 8 years old. Like it got to be in the house. I don't see no other way. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know how long are we cutting off until we can do something.
You're right, though. That's what I'm saying. That's the thing about it. Like you said, the crazy part about it is that is the household is the key. The household is the crux of it. So if and when you can't get good foundation, principles, morals, values to these kids, bro, it's gonna be tough, man. It's gonna be real tough.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna hop off, man. I appreciate guys like you. Like I said, me and Shad disagree on a lot of matters, but he a good-hearted brother. Y'all boys give me hope that it's something that's gonna happen one day. But we'll be looking at it in the future, man. I appreciate you.
For sure, brother. I greatly appreciate you coming up, man. Appreciate you, man. Shout out to Snow Patrol for the 2. Appreciate you. Post-wall politics make my head hurt. Shout out to True Hype for the 5. What's crazy is 2 of these women Ice Cube helped in their career. The sentiment has been around for some time and was hard for so many to admit. Yep. Shout out to Doug Will for the 10. Appreciate you, brother. What's crazy, Cube is more of a legend than all of them combined, and they don't have respect for at least let him finish his statement before voicing their disagreement. Crazy. Yeah, bro, I'm telling you. You know, and the men do the same shit to each other, man. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I'm gonna speak on this from anything. Listen, if everybody agrees with some shit, bro, and just agrees off the strength of disagreeing for the sake of, agrees. If everyone agrees on some shit and just agrees for the sake of agreeing, it's going to be very, very hard to improve. All right. Take a lawyer, for instance, right? A lawyer, whenever they're strategizing whatever their defense is going to be, what do they need to know? They need to know what the motherfucking prosecution is going to say or have an inkling of what the prosecution is going to say and plan for countering the things that may come up in that situation. From an engineering standpoint, hey, listen, you can give me the numbers and the layout and all these different things that are pre, you know what I'm saying, actual motherfucking practical use of whatever the design may be. All right. But I have to challenge those things and take into considerations other shit before it gets to this point, and that's the solidified thing. As you go through the testing stages, and hey, the fucking wing is supposed to bend only this much or deflect, and the shit is deflecting too much. What is the calculation that we need to fucking recalculate to improve that upon? Because this could be a critical failure that results in loss of aircraft and loss of life. Right? Everything gets better through challenging, bro. I keep telling you, even coaching, whatever sport, basketball, football, whatever, you think you know something and you have natural talent, that's cool, that's fine. But until you get a coach that fucking tells you, well, hey, yeah, you can do this a better way. There's a better way for you to do this, or it's a more efficient way for you to do this. Boxing is one of the greatest examples of that in fighting, right? Everybody think they can fight. Everybody. Motherfuckers ain't never stepped 1 foot a day in any actual form of training or fighting. Think they can just, be motherfucking Bruce Lee at the drop of a hat. They get mad enough. Or they the Hulk and they just, I'm mad. That's going to improve my fighting prowess. No, nigga. You're just going to be mad and whooped. You know what I'm saying? There's been an air, a spirit, over the black community, bro, as to where, again, you cannot challenge black women. That black woman is God shit hit hard, bro. And the crazy part about it is every nigga that was saying that black woman is God was a piece of shit. Nature Boy, Brother Polite. What's the name out here crazy as hell now? What's the nigga that's got the eye tattoo? Young Pharaoh. Look at where all them niggas from the Black Woman is God movement is at now. Look at them, bro. Look at them. Dr. Umar. Look at them, man. Charlatans. Degenerates. Predators. Not all. They fit into whatever fucking category they fit into. But the worst of the worst that's out here, lo and behold, again, man, the black man, you're not good enough. You're not providing enough. You're not this. You're not that. Derrick Jackson, yeah. Hey, Derrick Jackson. All these niggas that tell black women what they want to hear, bro, don't help the black community in any way, shape, form, or fashion. Line their pockets and move the fuck on. Get some money, fuck on some hoes, might get a bitch pregnant or two, and can keep repeating the same rhetoric. Black women, when are you guys going to take responsibility, man, and understand just how important it is for that y'all need us? Black men need black women. Black women need black men. That's the way it goes. A house divided cannot stand. But the problem, what people don't understand and realize is all of the division and the destructive tactics are coming from one side. Black men are still out here getting in relationships with women. Black men are still out here marrying women. Black men are out here trying to co-parent, raise their kids, do the right thing. But it's never enough. It's never enough, man. Ain't, can't, don't, won't. Hence why, again, man, the straight black male renaissance is booming right now. Women of other cultures, hey, listen, you don't want them, we do. And y'all like to claim, bro, that it's let me see real quick. Y'all like to claim that it's just the worst and the worst of these, these other women and shit, bro. And it's crazy to me. Crazy to me, right? I'm telling you, man. Nah, we have no reason to, because men want women at the end of the day. Shout out to hate God niggas, but thank God for his design of men, to where men are going to pursue women in spite of all the bullshit, in spite of all of the fucking negativity and shit. Men are still going to pursue women, and not just, as much as y'all like to say, not just for pussy. Niggas eventually want a woman that you know is going to be his own, and that can be on his program, and that he can build shit with. At the very least, be, you know, happy with. You feel me? Yeah, man. Prime, I'm telling you, and that's what's happening is black women are behind the curve and they don't understand, bro. None of those tactics work. Y'all out here saying niggas ain't shit, ain't can't don't want and all this other shit. Tonio, brother, yeah, it say the device not connected. But brother Leon, what's up, man? What you got for me, brother? Go ahead. Leon, can you hear me? Leon. Leon.
Ik denk van, die kan ze brengen,
Yeah, brother. Let me get you up out of here, man.
Zoveel lawaai maakt.
Y'all from a whole nother fucking Leon from a whole nother country. This motherfucker in motherfucking France or some shit. Tonio, leave out and come back in, bro. Cause I can't, like I said, the device not connected, fam. I can't add you till you fix your device. It's either your camera or your mic not connected. Well, OW Teddy, that's the crazy thing, man. And I keep telling you, that's the unfortunate part. But niggas is hey, just moving on, man. Black men are just moving on, bro, to greener pastures. Hope y'all understand this shit. Niggas is not begging and fighting and all this other shit. All that Key Sweat shit dead, bro. All that 90s R&B energy is over with, man. All but over. Trying to find the thing. Listen, man. This shit right here, right? Look at it, man. Would you look at this? Would you look at that? Would you look at this? Would you look at that? Look at it. This is shit that black women are out here cool to do while they talking shit about me and you. Don't ever let a bitch play with you, bro, talking about you ain't this, nigga, you ain't that. This bitch fucking on a nursing home, motherfucker, man. Yo, what up, fam? I hear the static, but you're not saying anything. What's up? What you got? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Because you're not saying anything. Yo, what up? Zagu, can you hear me?
Oh yeah, I know you're talking to me. Yeah. Okay. I didn't want to stop the show and shit. I didn't even know I was a part of it yet. Yeah, I just came on to say this, man. It's gonna be real quick. I ain't gonna slow it down. You cooking. Man, when I first started a few years back, bro, I jumped in. I was doing reaction videos and just, adding commentary. but I came from an optimistic viewpoint. Like I totally wanted to, and not for me, because I'm an old nigga, you know what I'm saying? I'm out the door. You probably out the door as far as like thinking about getting married and doing all that shit again. I might have a long-term partner or something like that, but I'm not getting married again. But so I was optimistic. The more I started doing the panels and watching panels and actually seeing women react in real time. Is that me messing up?
Nah, I'm trying to see who this other person is. They're about to just kick him out together. Go ahead. Listen, go ahead.
And me being on the panel speaking and having these discussions in real time, and then in the comments, watching the comments, and then watching these discussions take place in real time, bruh, I done lost all hope. I don't know what's that black pill? I don't know what that's called.
Oh, black pill.
Yeah.
Black pill.
I guess I gotta look up that, and I don't know if that's what I am, but man, I'm one of them send the asteroid niggas, man. When people ask me how we gonna get it fixed, that's where I'm at with that. Man, I can't offer too much advice other than the regular generic shit. Vet better for what? Whenever they change their mind change, and your ass kicked to the curb. So it's I don't know, man. They done really literally turned this shit into do as they say. You can't speak out, you sassy, you gay. But they support gayness and LGBTQ behavior, but then they use that as a shot against straight men. It's like when straight men try to lead, they try to come in and overtalk you, push you to the side. I've seen so many situations of women out in public where it was a tragic situation that happened to a black kid, and a black men group come up and really try to talk to the media and take lead, but women disagree with some of the shit they say, so they merge their way into the camera. This is all on live TV. Like that's all we show is dysfunction. I can't see this shit changing, bro. And then that whole net, my bad, I'm on a rant now, so I was gonna be short.
No, you good.
But then the whole, my grandma couldn't do this. Nigga, I'm 52 years old. My granny had a job. Yo, who was these people? Fantastic. Who was these 30-year-old people who grandma didn't work?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
And couldn't vote. This is bullshit, man.
Yeah, my great grandma originally from Georgia, bro. What we saying? I don't know, man.
I'm older than you, and my great grandma was a nurse.
Yeah, man.
They call this.
My grandma worked at the factory.
This is called feminist standpoint theory, right? Where the rich middle class, upper middle class white women who never work, they've made academia.
Damn, you don't speak or nothing. You just get to talking.
Will make history all through that one lens. You know what I'm saying? So they think that all history is based on the experience of the upper class white women. It's called feminist standpoint theory.
What's good, fellas? I just came to speak and kick it with the big dog. Miss Fantastic, congratulations on the fight. I heard you knocked nigga teeth out. I heard you had niggas still talking after you paralyzed them.
He was zombie niggas in the ring, huh?
Yeah, I heard niggas was still talking out the Fantastic, knocked them out. So I'm just trying to see if I learn something. So can you teach me some techniques, Mr. Fantastic? Can you put me under your wing?
Right. I ain't in that stage yet, brother. I ain't in the training stage yet, man. But we getting there, man.
Oh, okay. But nah, shout out to you, Fantastic. I saw a little bit of the fight. I just wanted to come rub elbows with y'all and shit. I see you online while I'm on break.
Hey, greatly appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you, Ashton. Always come.
No problem.
Lord, bro. Appreciate you, bro. Let me read these real quick. Shout out to Deacon Dave for the 2. Appreciate you. You can't challenge black women if you want. Pick different. Shout out to Ashton just up here, man, for the 2. Appreciate you, brother. Greatly appreciate y'all.
Ain't nothing but some money.
Nah, man. So yeah, bro. It's the same way for me. I don't think it's all but lost, but I think a lot of people, bro, are doomed, bro. It's cooked. Like I said, it's cooked, bro. It's pretty bad because people are not going to want to do anything and do the changes until it's too late, right? There's a lot of stuff going on right now that people don't even understand, bro. We about to have Great Depression type shit.
But fantastic. Even if all the men do the things that you say, because I turned into one of those. I know you don't speak this point generally, and that's it. But I'm saying, even if we did the whole thing of men get yourself together, because I believe men should. But at one point, I was like, okay, maybe this will help. So I start telling young men, get your shit together, pick a good woman. The more finances you have, you'll have more access to women. But a lot of times I'm seeing these women be faking.
Yeah, that shit ain't true. It's like the
Yeah.
more you get, the more bitch want to argue with you. Man, I don't even
Are they
tell
play
bitches I
the?
got a podcast. I don't even tell bitches I got a podcast and shit. I let them figure it out.
Oh yeah, that's a
Bitch,
turn off. You got a voice? Oh no, you ain't getting no
fantastic.
bitch.
You be going through that. Bitch be trying to sneak debate you and shit. Bitch, I'm at home.
Yeah, man. Listen, bro. I let that shit. I let YouTube be YouTube. If I've had a couple of conversations because women get interested, they get intrigued by what you talk about. So, but for the most part, like you said, bro, if I'm talking on here, I'm just talking on here, giving my thoughts and views. I'm not out here. Well, the woman needs to submit when I meet a fucking woman.
Nah,
Bro. Nah, bro.
I ain't putting that on you, Mr. Fantastic. I'm saying
I'm not saying you asked me.
have a woman seeing your show, seeing that you do content, and then try to strong arm you into a debate. Like, oh, you think you missed it right? I bet you can't go half a day without correcting somebody, and you be like, I actually can. Then she just get to hit your head with all type of.
Yeah, it's a lot. Yeah, man. It's you run into those few and far between. But it's just like, shorty, it's not gonna go the way you think it's gonna go, baby. I'm a professional. I've been doing this for quite some time, and usually after like a good couple of counterpoints, she lay it down.
I Miss Fantastic. That may be with the women you talk to, but everywhere else, and these new generation women, they worse. You probably can find a couple of cool ones out there where you at, but I don't think these new niggas got to stand a chance that's doing what we doing.
Yeah, man. Listen, bro.
Fantastic. Those three. I guess it was three. It was four. I think. Yeah. So it was four women. They was talking to Ice Cube. Like he don't know what he talking about, but he's the only one up there. Not only putting the plan together to be active now, he's the only one that had a history of any activism.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But they talking to him like he's just been standing still, sitting on his pockets and ain't did shit. This is a married man. Like he's like an ideal of what they talking about we need in our community. But then they're gonna talk down to him like he just like and he's helped two or three of them.
He employs black people too. You know what I mean? He has a production company. He employs people. So he's been building for years and years, and they still look at him crazy. But
they ain't do no right with them, bro. They're not going to release the power. They're not going to relinquish the power. And unfortunately, it's wrong to do anything physical, but that's the only thing that I could see making a change. So that's why I say this shit is over, bro. It's a wrap.
Let me address this real quick. So I understand this concept, right? But I don't think you guys, when y'all say this shit, bro, the pool and the quality that black men have available to them, and vice versa, right? The problem is there's way more great, good black men out here, upstanding black men out here. Black women just don't want them.
Yeah,
they don't want them. They don't want them. They don't want them.
And a lot of the bullshit niggas they create.
That's what I'm saying. So they don't want the men that are the good men, the stable men, the whatever. Somehow, some way, all of the 9 to 5 regular niggas is ugly. I don't know how. Why. I don't know why. Ain't no niggas that's got a motherfucking blue collar job or do a decent living and an honest living. For the mass majority of those niggas are just somehow unattractive to black women. So
I do be ugly at work though. I ain't gonna hold you. I be
no, I know, but how a nigga can't get off work and then how come none of those niggas get off work and have no swag? That shit is cap.
Yeah. Well, they don't want them until it's too late. Until they're 38, they got 2 kids. You know what I'm saying? They gained 50 pounds, and then all of a sudden they want the cleanup dude. You know what I'm saying? And
then on the water seeks to the level shit that comment was saying, that's why I was saying, men, do better, get your life straight, do all of that, go to school, get a degree, go to the services, get a degree, get houses, get cars, get financially wealth, be a millionaire. Then what? How is they gonna get better? How is their behavior gonna change?
And just real quick, let me say this. So ladies, this is what you're saying. Shout out to Cree, shout out to Bella, right? But this is what I'm trying to tell y'all, right? So listen. Bella, listen to this. I need y'all to listen to this now. Listen to this.
My husband just walked outside, and I just want to say that I'm tired of living with men.
Y'all hear that? It's captioned. So if you didn't hear, you can read it. So Bella and Cree, how do we explain this? This is a married woman jumping on the internet and saying she's tired of living with a man, which is her husband. Again, now, it's just content. It's just content. Do you really, again, man, I keep telling y'all, bro.
But she's pretty.
Read the
Y'all
comments.
don't understand. Y'all don't
This
understand for
content.
real. This is the shit. This is the shit that black men have to put up with. Even if you marry a woman, it ain't good enough.
Just
I don't want to divorce her.
disrespect.
I'm tired of living with a man. Oh my god, he's in my space. Oh my god, he's here all the time. Oh my god. Like,
Yo, man.
I so badly want separate bedrooms, but I know that's not acceptable for him. I really might cry. No, I'm not gonna cry, but
You don't want the man. You want what he can do for you. That's all that is.
why did they say this is what everyone dreams of? Living with a man? I just want to live with my
Embarrassing
best
as
friends.
fuck.
Girls. I want to live with women. I definitely just had a baby, and I want her and the baby to move in. No men. They can live next door, but then they would always be over here. Like, oh my god.
See, Asian men look at this and laugh at us. Middle Eastern men look at this and laugh at us. You know, every other Hispanic men, Brazilian men, they look at this and be like, how do y'all deal with this? I have friends of mine who are, you know, legal immigrants from other countries, and they look at us like, man, your women be crazy. No other group of men has to deal with this on planet Earth.
Let me get my man, Sir Tyson here. Sir Tyson, what's up, brother? Greatly appreciate you coming through. A1 Day One in the building, bro. What you got for us?
You know it, man. Salute to your debate with Andrew Wilson, man. I sent you something on that, man. Salute to the panel, you gentlemen. I didn't hear everything, but the general gist, damn it, I just lost what I was gonna say about when the gentleman just mentioned about how other races view us and what we have to deal with and all these things. You know, I think the reason that many, not all, don't choose the upstanding man is because they know that upstanding man is going to have to hold them to a standard that they can't maintain. What is y'all thoughts on that?
I say that all the time. That's why they choose that way, so that way they can have a scapegoat at the end of the relationship. They can have their fun, do what they want to do, not be held to a standard, and then blame it on something that they already knew was a problem when they got with it. So, I mean,
bars.
I don't know.
Well, but let me put this on the table. People got mad at me when I used to say this. I'm an older guy now, but I said for years, I don't date women who didn't have fathers in their lives or a masculine male figure in their life. And man, you know, the vitriol I got, oh my God. But a lot of this comes from, and this is what I want to say. We're in an era right now where you don't talk to your best friend about things. You know, I thought we was in this get therapy era. No, you load up your phone and you go to run to TikTok or, you know, run to one of these other, video mediums and complain about things. I can't imagine somebody explaining this about the person that they reside with to the public and they don't talk to that very same person themselves. It's mind-boggling. Like, this won't reach them. You know what I'm saying? And cause more chaos.
Nah, agreed, man. But like I said, that's the hand we've been dealt and the conditioning that's developing to, like, you know, real life at this point, unfortunately.
Friend groups used to serve as some sort of therapy when they weren't echo chambers. But once they became echo chambers, you know what I'm saying? And that's what it is. Even nowadays, a lot of men groups are like that, you know what I'm saying? But I do see that's a minority. Most men groups, man, we hold each other accountable. You gonna mess up some shit and I'm gonna tell you about it and we're gonna be cool about it. And that's just, you know, generally how I go. You got a problem, you can talk to me about it. I know how to be there for you. And I also know how to tell you when you initiated somebody that are added to it. So I don't really see that on the other side. And that's based on these live conversations. I don't even usually just base these off of clips and shit that I see. These are live women speaking with other women or answering questions from men in debates or just regular general conversations. So I don't know how they say the internet is just the internet or that's just social
they want to
media.
discount it, bro. They want to discount it when, again, like I said.
Man, let me jump in on that one because I'm going to give you this alley-oop because you, how long we've been talking, 2017, 2018, and you've said this. Y'all probably familiar with this clip. It's a clip of one of them relationship panel type shows where the woman literally stands up in the audience and says she's married. And then she has a side thing. And how can she how can she keep her side thing going on without her? Y'all probably have seen this clip, and I'm in my head like, and then
on Tonight Conversation.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and I'm in my head like, this has to be a skit. But the point of the matter is that whether it's a skit or not, it's reflective of reality. And this is what you've always said, Mr. Fantastic. Yeah, y'all talk about these panels and all this stuff or whatever, but this is what's happening out here.
Yeah, man. Again, Tice, I don't think people understand just how impactful and how integral that technology is and the internet is and everything, bro. Everybody, if you got a smartphone in your hand, you know what I'm saying, you're pretty much on the internet, be it social media, be it emails, be it LinkedIn, be it whatever. Bro, I just finally put my fucking LinkedIn profile together. LinkedIn is like fucking Facebook page, bro. People just, posting pictures, different things, and so on and so forth. So everything has been socialized, but people still want to deny this because the problem with these panels,
not flattering to them.
Yeah. The problem with these panels, especially when men are speaking, right, and men are speaking mostly true, right, and just giving your candid opinion about things. Men have to because like shout out to Zagu, bro. You can't come to me talking some crazy shit, my nigga, and I know that you not like that. We go clown you eventually, like, come on, bro, that's not you. Stop it. It's just natural. It's just natural. You know what I'm saying? Like, even like we going out somewhere, hey, bro, that fit is wild, my nigga. You need to change the fit. We not even letting you get in the whip. Nah, go back, brother. Or nigga, we'll pay for your Uber by yourself, but you not about to hop out the car with us with this shit on. And like I said, it's a friendly balance and challenging that men have amongst men and are understanding, right? Women lie, girl, you looking good. You look, bitch, whole busted can of biscuits, baby. Raw dough, and they're a lot to it.
I thought we was hating. No, you hating on that, because that's what the women say. Like you say, be a can of biscuits and all that.
Hating or being gay, like it's one of the two. If you have any criticisms of women, black women specifically, you sassy, you gay, you zesty, all these, you're feminine or whatever. I just went through this shit. Shout out to everybody that pulled up on me a couple nights ago. Some raggedy used to be fat bitch, right? Some Ozempic, an Ozempic zombie, right? And Ozempic fucking zombie, bro. Ozempic want to fucking try and get mad at me because I simply answered the question about my content. I didn't direct anything at her negatively, directly, or whatever, but she just couldn't handle the fact of the matter that how dare you as a black man, and we seen this with Ice Cube, how dare you as a black man speak amongst us? Nigga, when
that's what happened, bro. I was shocked at that shit.
Yeah.
That was horrible.
If we want to over talk you, nigga, you shut up. You hear us over talking you. You let it happen. And you just go fucking forward. You know what I'm saying? You stop when we talking, not the other way around.
Y'all remember when Stacey Abrams, she was doing her gubernatorial run, and all of a sudden they were like, "Oh, it seems like the brothers ain't supporting Stacey Abrams." 2 weeks before she lost, and then this last election with Kamala Harris, they did the same thing. It was like clockwork. 2 weeks before the election, they threw us in front of the bus. That's how you know things are cooked.
No, clown world, or that's what you have on your shirt. So
clown world. That's what I call it. Clown.
Fantastic. Let me ask you this right quick. When did this separation you think happen? When did the black woman officially try to stamp that separation from the community or from black men and make themselves an exclusionary group?
I would say in the 80s, even
80s or 90s.
Yeah,
80s or 90s.
I would say it was the 80s, the 90s when there's a lot more black women going to college, and then the quotas made them go to corporate America. And then so what happened was that the white women, who a lot of these feminists who were married, said we need votes, and there's all these black women, because like my mom's family is from Alabama, so my mom's one of 12. So all of her sisters went to college, and then all of her brothers were, working in blue collar jobs. So you had a lot of single young black women who were on the college campuses, and these white feminists saw, oh, we need their votes.
You missed a step.
Well, they saw that it could easily be manipulated. Hey, I know the brother in the white shirt once again, and I just want to say something. The clown.
No, take your time.
No, okay.
No, I said you missed a step.
You raised your hand, and we about respect over here. What I was going to add to what you said, AJ, was that and shout out to the weed smokers and all that. I'm not saying y'all are bad people by any stretch. But what did they tell the brothers in that Kamala campaign? Hey, we got businesses for you. You know, they didn't say you're going to have an IT firm. They didn't say you're going to have mechanics. They say we got weed, or what do you call it? Weed dispensaries for y'all. Y'all remember that?
Yeah.
With the Kamala campaign? So that's how they patronize to you. And let's just be honest. Shout out Ed Anderson. You know, the Black community, I don't care what you say, is a gynocracy, a matriarchy. That's why many of them think that they can do this and that they word holds more weight. By the way, for those in the chat, if it doesn't apply, let it fly. Okay. But you know, that's exactly why. And we're the guys who's standing up to it like, no, it's my word or nothing else. And they're not used to that. I yield the floor.
Let me get this super chat real quick, and then we'll get Ashton and then my man Timu Childish Gambino in the building, bro. Appreciate you for pulling up, brother. Shout out to my man Detroit XRP 313. Greatly appreciate you, brother, for putting the 50 ball on it, the club soda on it, brother.
That's $25,000 alpaca. You block that shit. Right. You don't rubble. Put the club soda on there.
Said then let society rest in peace, no worries. Hey man, that's unfortunate, bro. It's looking like it's getting tight for niggas real quick. Ashton, what you have for us, brother? Go ahead.
I just want to say, bro, Mr. Stepman, he was adding in the feminists and the Black women going with the white women. Because I hear, I don't know about y'all, but I hear hella Black women today saying with their chest out. Grandmama told me, fuck a family. Go get your education. I don't know about y'all. You know what I'm saying? I hear that every day.
He's not lying.
And me personally, I find that disrespectful. If I had a whole fucking family of 13 kids and my wife going behind my back, telling my daughter to go do the total opposite of fuck or what we had going on, you basically saying fuck our family. Like, you regret them, me personally.
What about a shiesty? What about sending the daughter off to getting more skills or trades, and the young man's got to figure it out himself? What about that?
I mean, me personally, I can understand the sending the daughters off. I mean, me personally, I'm from the South, like Memphis and Tennessee. Like most niggas known for going to go get a trader. They know how to work on cars, so they got their own income. You get what I'm saying?
I get.
So I get that part, kind of, sort of. But even on the other end of the other side, like most of the people I know, they only went to school unless they got a scholarship. Like this whole, my parents gonna pay for school shit. Like that's new. Like most of the people that I know, they went to school for playing ball or for sports. If you didn't get a scholarship, you're not going. So I mean, I'm kind of in between. I get what you're saying, but I don't know. But I do see more dudes was getting trades back then. So, I mean, education really didn't matter to a certain extent.
Well,
if that answers your question.
Let me elaborate just a tad bit more. Okay, how about this? We'll get the girl help in school, let the boy struggle. Seen that. Okay?
Yeah, okay.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, I'm trying to find that. They had one recently too. But Gambino, go ahead, brother.
Hey guys, how you guys doing this afternoon?
Good, man. Thanks for asking, brother.
Good job. It was fantastic with the boxing match, and thank you for being the only logical person against Andrew Wilson. You're the only one who actually be logical against him. Good job, man.
Literally. I appreciate you, brother.
I just wanted to say that actually I want to say a few things. Is one is that Black women, it's my own theory, they feel afraid that they're gonna be left behind. So that's why they're acting so aggressive in a way that they got to make everything about themselves. Because that if they be let, they think that Black men or society will leave them behind, and they will just die off. Same thing. You look at the feminist movement; they use fear tactics to get women to follow their lead, to gain influence over women. Women, naturally, I mean, it's fantastic over time. They're the inferior. They're the prey. Men are the predator. The world is the predator to women. If men go away, women cannot survive on their own. Same thing with black women specifically. You look at the human history for blacks now. Black women, they were always, like women in general, they were always in a vulnerable state. For example, look at what happened in the Ottoman Empire. Millions and millions of black women and girls were taken to the Middle East, right, to be used for sex slaves, and look what happened to them.
They still are.
Yeah,
that ain't stopped. It's still going on. Yeah. Facts.
And you see this stuff, and so black women now, due to feminism, they always in this fear, a constant fear. They think that if they don't get what they want, they're going to die off.
So this is why they kick us to the side and rather depend on Sky Daddy?
Yes.
Government?
Wait, what?
Is that why they kick us to the curb and would rather depend on the government, basically?
Yes, because...
Or try to marry white men or prop up other races of men. I have never seen any race of women blatantly, openly disrespect their men publicly, socially, online. I don't see it. Other than an argument in public, maybe. I'll see a couple argue with a couple arguing. But I'm saying get online and generalize their whole group of men as bullshit. I've never seen
and then the other gender couple still go home together after the argument.
Facts. It's all about fear. Let me pick it back off right. I forgot what said it. Talk about the grandmothers telling the granddaughter and the daughters to don't get married and go get education.
Oh yeah, that was Big Shiesty. Big Shiesty.
Yeah. You Mr. Saishi, sir. You're correct. I got a grandmother. She tells my sisters to go out and go get an education. Don't worry about a man or have kids because she thought that the feminism that she was missing out. She was missing out in the world. In reality, she wasn't.
Yeah.
If you look at it, how best to say it? Women are great at surviving in a way. They will throw everyone under the bus to make sure they survive. Even on kids, they would do it in a way. If I hope that make any sense in the situation, in the conversation, and when my grandma does that now, she pivoted in a situation where they're gonna die off. Look at it right now. Look at the birth rate for black people right now. It's going down, which is bad. And they talk about being feared, being afraid of life now. But look at the illegals coming here. What are they doing? They did not take over the white community. They take over the black communities. Look at Detroit. Look, come back. You still in Tampa. It used to be all blacks down in Tampa. Now you got Puerto Rican.
Yeah, South Central LA, Watts, Compton is becoming mostly Hispanic. But just to piggyback on this, my sister, so my dad, he's a doctor, and then my mom, she was a nurse. So we were raised like the Huxtables. You know what I'm saying? And my mom, who was married to a black doctor, told my sister, don't be me. You know what I'm saying? Don't get married like I did, even though she enjoyed the benefits of being married for 40 years. And now my sister's in her late 40s, cooked, AJ. Single AF, just cooked.
And to that, I think
sorry about that.
You were cooking.
Hey, OG, can I ask you something real quick? Because you said your parents were doctors and shit. Like, I always had this saying, like, the Huxtable family ain't as good as black people made it out to be. What you think? Because they knew them kids weren't going to go to no motherfucking Harvard.
well, watching it back again, Felicia Rashad's character was a feminist. She was ordering Cliff around. You know what I'm saying? Cliff worked in the house. Wasn't he like he delivered children or whatever? But
yeah,
she was some corporate lawyer going out. You know what I'm saying?
They're not gonna. This is my issue. And listen, I listen. There's no show that doesn't have its flaws, and I still commend that show. My issue is how that group, and I'm talking about black women, and I'm not saying all, but how, despite being portrayed as Jezebels and all of this by mass media, they still fell for all the same propaganda. You know, the Gloria Steinems, that one black sister that I shouldn't even call her sister, whatever, that was holding a fist up in the air. and then she got pushed aside. Let's use this fantastic. You and I used to raise this back in the day. What's the KRS-One chick or KRS-One looking chick?
Tarana Burke. Tarana Burke.
Thank you. Okay, and I'm not trying to insult her, but that's what she looks like.
KRS-One looking.
Well, I mean, doesn't she? Doesn't she? You know, she came up with Me Too. Look at, she got none of the settlement when they got Harvey Weinstein. I'm sorry, another one of them Steens out of CBS. I can't think of his name right now. It's not Harvey Weinstein. It's another guy. I can't remember if it's Goldstein, but they got the president out because he was Me Too, and they got him to pay like $10+ million. They gave that woman nothing. It's like they know how to use this group, and this group continues to fall for their antics. Wait.
Let me say this. That was a great point right there, because that goes with the concept of the show perfectly. That was a group that excluded themselves from black men, even though they said it was Black Lives Matter. If you read their manifesto, they want nothing positive for straight black men, and then got used by that situation you just explained. That was perfect, and that's why we don't want them to lead us in those type of situations when it comes to the whole of the black community.
We are against the nuclear family.
It says that on there.
Yeah, that's, you know, they let her stealth that. Thank God for Wayback Machine. But even when you show them this, it don't matter. It's this. Because back to the propaganda. Pardon me for just getting a little bit amped up, but it just boils me. They want you to believe that every goddamn grandfather was fucking Mister out there and shit.
Facts. That's what I'm saying.
And that definitely wasn't my grandfather's, you know. So, but again, they are such prey to the propaganda and shit, you know. I'll yield the floor.
Y'all
or like Gambino said, they actually use it to fearmonger and use that against you to make you stand down. Because if one incident and you speak against it, that means you support that horrible incident. You know what I'm saying? Like if you try to minimize it in any way, they'll shame you with that.
Y'all remember when Stacey Abrams, she was on the news and she thought Joe Biden was going to make her his VP? You remember that? And then he didn't, and you could see her visibly get angry because she was basically campaigning for him all around, and she basically helped get him elected and didn't get anything for it at all. There's a CNN clip that you could pull up where you actually see her, and we're like, well, we have Joe Biden call again. She's like, really? No way. And then she thought that, you know, he was going to say, hey, Stacey, I need you here. And he hung up, and she was just upset because she got used.
Since you're bringing politics into this, and I don't want to make this political. I know Fan is not into the politics, but I gotta say this. In 2020, after Biden won, if you say so or whatever, there was a call and there's a video. I don't know if y'all have seen it. I can't see the chat. I'm sure people in the chat have seen it. It's of Biden, Al Sharpton, I forget the woman. And there, you know, it was the Black Lives Matter women. That's who. And Biden was like, look, he was talking down to them. He was like, look, you better stand back to the Mexicans, okay?
Yeah, the Hispanics. You're gonna have to work with the Hispanics. Yep.
You got to work with them. I don't care what you did for me, you know. And hold a second. And guess what? No fat mouthing, no back talking, you know. None of that. It was like yes or no, sir. Well, we speak, sir. When you let us know to speak, and I'm just like, wow.
Mr. Fantastic, I got to drop, but I just want to say, hey, thanks for all the good work you do on these panels. You got the patience of a saint, man. Because there's plenty of times where people come at you crazy, and if I was you, I'd cuss them out. So just thanks for all you do, man. And yeah, man, you do some good work. So thanks for having me on.
Appreciate you, bro. For sure. Shout out to let me get them into the money real quick, bro. Let me come back to you. Shout out to Unity Strength One. Appreciate it for the 5 brothers. Take care of your health, protect your peace, respect each other as men because everyone wants to control you. Peace and respect, brothers. Greatly appreciate you, brother. Shout out to my man Sir Tice for the 10 on the Cash App. Greatly appreciate you, brother. And shout out to my man Digital Dash for the 5. Greatly appreciate you, brother, for the salute. Appreciate all you guys and your contributions.
That was a real last comment he made too.
Yeah, go ahead, Gambino.
I was gonna say was the great example of this will be with the Soviet Union. When Lenin and when Vladimir Lenin were getting power, and all the Marxists were getting power over there in Russia at the time, they used propaganda to get women to use women to gain power to get into politics and the government. And when that happened now, they pretty much say, yeah, thanks women for allowing us to get into power. Now we're gonna take all your rights. You'll be slaves to the cause, to the Marxist cause. And right now, we've seen that right now with the black women and the Democrats.
Well,
They
Gambino, back up. They also used that very same propaganda in coming to Black America in the 1920s. To this day, we are dealing with this Marxian mindset that many Black people have. Okay, no, I'm just saying you're cooking, but you better, you got to add it there.
Oh, you talking about NCAA? Oh, NC
No,
National.
not NAACP. No. Okay, so you can go to Manning Johnson. Let me see, color, communism, and common sense. He was trained in Moscow in the 30s, right? In the 30s and 40s. He later spoke on the commission. Basically, what made him not embrace Marxism is that he had a faith in God. And that's the first thing that they try to strip you in Marxism. But what the Russians decided back then was, we can't beat America, head up. So we're going to destroy them from within, and this is why, we can go right there. Look at how they treat Black people or whatever. Hey, this is why your A. Philip Randolphs, Richard Wrights, Paul Robeson, this is why they were all Marxists, because they thought that these guys had their back, but really they were just being used by them. I'm just saying you had it right or whatever, and if you're not familiar, I'll gladly give you all the material. We used to talk about this on this channel all the time,
Well, I'm still learning this. I've been studying this for the last 60 years on my own, because I notice a lot of stuff now with, like, if you don't know your history, you're doomed to repeat it. Oh, hold up. Sorry, air compressor. Work on cars, But it's like for example, I'm going Marxism. It's a snake eating its own tail in a way. It's a contradiction. That's the best way to put Marxism. And right now, you see how Black women acting. They are eating their own tail. They shoot themselves in their own head by following this type of stuff, because they think that if they do all this stuff as be like a man, they're gonna be rewarded. But it's not happening. Black women are, the fattest women in the United States of America. They are the least desirable in America. They have most foreclosure in America. Am I right? The highest pregnancies.
Most student loan debt, most enclosed. I don't want to beat them up. You already did, but
yeah. So
But the crazy shit, after all of that, real quick, I'm gonna just say this. After all of that, I still rather be with a Black woman than any other woman, and that's crazy.
Well, no, that's most Black men. That's most Black men, right? So the thing is this, right? Despite all of those flaws, despite all those things we know, Black men are still pursuing Black women. Black men are still dealing with Black women. Black men are still being in serious relationships or marrying Black women, right? And the problem is, they take that as just jabs. But no, again, even that, when we run and rail off of those things, most students don't do loan debt is a reply to, we're the most educated and you niggas dumb as shit. You niggas don't go to college, right? The other things, all of those things are counters that Black men came up to just rectify some shit that Black women were trying to pistol whip or just, bully Black men by pretty much saying, we're up here, you niggas are down there, right? So I think that's the biggest part that gets lost in these conversations when we say these things, and the women don't understand the origin of those replies and of those facts. Black women have, again, man, purposely and internally destroyed the reputation, the image of the Black man, so that we pretty much had nowhere other to go but them. This is factual. It's facts. So now, and that's why I say the dangerous parts of it are where these other women are starting to recognize and realize, oh, hold on, these bitches was just lying on these niggas, so we wouldn't be interested in them. These men, especially again, you put on a global scale, man. Black men are like top 10 in wealthiest men in the fucking country. I mean, in the world, right? You feel what I'm saying? Because people forget that, bro. The most of the world is third world. Most of it is third world. So if you live in America, bro, $50,000 is shit. Just in what's the name alone, what I think is what is a 20-to-1 ratio for the peso. Is it 20-to-1?
Oh, it's more than that. I'm gonna look it up though if you want the exact numbers.
Yeah, I'll do it.
25,000.
What is the ratio of the U.S. dollar to the peso, the Mexican peso? So
okay, you're right. It's 17
20.
right
No,
now.
1760. So multiply motherfucking $17 times 50,000. You know what I'm saying? Bro, you go to Mexico, bro, you live like a king. You go to fucking a lot of these Central American countries and South American countries, bro, you can live like a king. So what are we talking about here? You know what I mean?
Why stop there? Look at India.
No, similar to what Zagu said, whatever. It's like you as dysfunctional as this culture can be, we are the top culture globally of Black men. You know, dare I say, well, I won't get into being the most attractive and all that stuff, but you know, globally, you know, but you know what it is, right? But I do find it interesting. You get all this love abroad and from others, but you can't even get it from your own neighborhood, if that makes sense, you know, or from your own people.
Yeah.
I could put a timeline on it, and I don't know if it go back any further than this because I can't be any older than I am. But this shit been going on for at least 50 years. Well, I'm gonna give it 40 because I could say I started noticing it at about 10, 11. So it's gonna be hard, like I said, to snatch the power back in a way. And even with the Huxtables, I would say this because yeah, she was doing her corporate thing, but you could clearly tell Cliff Huxtable had control of that house. They would have their discussions in the bedroom about what they're gonna do, but when they left that bedroom, he would come out the leader and they would stick together and she wouldn't go against his points when it was time to raising these children and correcting them kids. So that's one thing about that. So yeah, every man's gonna make his wife seem like she's doing something. That's a part of the love that you show and discernment and the compromise with your wife, especially if it's a good wife like she was. So that's whatever. But yeah, this just been going on for about 50 years, not only in the media, the content, and as soon as we grab a mic and start saying, okay, well, this is what we need to happen to correct the community so we can bring back the family, then all of the sassy and the sissy shit start happening. So that's why I say it's over.
Can I add to that? Oh, sorry, that you can talk.
You go ahead. I was going to grab something. Go ahead.
What I was going to say was, I hate to be the black pill in this situation, but you have to understand when feminism come into society, it's going to die. It's just going to die off. It's like with chronic weight disease in deer. When a population of deer get it, they're going to die off. It's the same thing with feminism with this situation. It's going to die off. What you gotta do is you just got to wait out like what Soviet Union did when the Soviet Union failed. What was it, 1992 or 1994? Can't remember that date now. Russia came back.
89. So yeah, 89. That's when I think it was called Glasnost, but yeah, 89.
Yeah, thank you. You gotta stay like when society gets feminism, Marxism, socialism, whatever ism in this, it's gonna die off. You can't correct it. Because what happened is women nature is gonna be unleashed, and when it happens now, men are naturally gonna try to follow women now because they want the sex and the sex. Because naturally, men will want sex. We got high testosterone. It's natural in a way. So men gonna do anything they can to get to sex with women. So it's natural. The feminists, they understand human nature, even though they don't believe in gender being natural, being biological. They understand how it works now. So that's how they're able to gain power in a situation like this. The only
I
thing you
agree
gotta
with you, saying it's always going to be some simps that fuck it up. That's basically
yeah,
what you're saying. And
yeah.
those happen to be men of power sometimes, and it's hard, not sometimes, but the majority of the time, because that's how those laws got changed and were actually unbalanced. But with everything being equal, you would think those same women would now want to say, these laws are hurting my sons. These laws are hurting my nephews. These laws are hurting my brothers. Let's make those actual laws equal, since that's what the actual definition of feminism was, the equality between the races. But that's a sham, because if that's the case, it shouldn't be called fem nothing. It should be called equalityism or some dumb shit. So just by the whole title of it being called feminism, it's to help females.
Well, feminism was never about equality. It's all about women being on top of men, on top
Right,
of
I
women.
was just giving you, based on their definition. You know what I'm saying? That's all. I was just trying to be literal in with that. I was being in jest a little bit.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. And
Zach, let me embellish your point real quick. Sorry about that, fan. This will be just brief.
Did I cut you off? Fantastic. My bad, bro.
No, I did.
Oh, you good? You good?
No, Zach, you were saying 50 years. You're about right, but I remember I was holding up a copy, but it didn't show up on my video. Shahrazad's Ali book, The Black Man's Guide to Understanding the Black Woman. I don't know if some of y'all are old enough. Fantastic is whatever. But when that woman came on the scene in 1989 and 1990, it was all hell. It was a full court press they put on her. They were like, she's telling all the secrets. You remember the Zag? She's telling all the secrets. This book is this or whatever. And there was one point in the book, I want to have, where she said something that's controversial. Meantime, in the book, she's talking about like how a woman should be clean. And if she doesn't have a clean house, you shouldn't deal with her because it's, she's giving good advice. Then she wrote a book for women, but they don't talk about that. But the point is that they want this hear me roar message out there, and that's more influential. I mean, we still hear it to this day. Twerking your ass in a circle is somehow seen as empowerment. Like get the fuck out of here. I'll yield the floor.
The amount of people. Last thing, I don't want to cut you off. The amount of people supporting that spin that song shows exactly what brother was saying.
I was just going to add to that was the reason why they don't care about the sons, because because this is where I see the contradiction of feminism. They don't believe in gender being biological, but they always assume the boys are going to figure a way out. They're going to figure out their own way now, because they know deep down men and women are different. Men, there are human history that we always been in a tougher situation than women, so it would either do or die. Look at black people, black men in America have been through way more dangerous situation than black women will ever have been. Look at Black Wall Street. We made it. Now black men made it. Now black women. Look at boxing. It's out from 1900 to now. It was black men who dominated the sport now when lynching, hanging, discrimination was a thing. Black women didn't do that. Didn't do anything like that. But again, they know deep down black men too. Black men, men in general, we were always gonna find a way out of a bad situation, do or die. But women, they can't do that. Women, they just go next to just die. If that make any sense.
Let me read this real quick. Shout out to Unity Strength 1 for the 10. Another one. Appreciate you, brother. Most black men up to the 1980s were working themselves to death to take care of their families until womanism and everything else. Enough black grandfather slander, though. Excuse me. Those men stood on business. Well, no. I was saying this earlier. It's not slander. I said this last night, right? Black men were doing the best with the information that was passed down for them at the time. That's why I give a lot of grace to the boomers and Silent Generation and those older guys. They didn't have access to one of these. They didn't know anything about mental health. They didn't know anything about psychology. They didn't know anything about any of these things. So simply what happened was you just were told what to do when you did what you were told, right? That started to change with us because we were Gen X partially, but people don't even realize for the millennials, bro, we birthed the fucking information age. We seen everything. We seen analog, everything from flow model TVs to 8 tracks and records to cassette tapes to CDs to digital music, right? right? We've been there. We've literally been introduced to everything. We're the bridge of the gap between the old and the new. So us having that understanding, having the knowledge, wisdom, and contact with those elders, you know, being told those things of wisdom and being given, you know, smart things, and good principles and parables to live by, but at the same time, no actual studies or things behind it, just their lived life experience and, you know, the representation of what masculinity was. And you know, being responsible, loving your family, taking care of your family, sacrifice all those different things, yeah. But you have to combine the two of the action and the knowledge, and they just didn't have the knowledge. So I don't think it's slander, you know. But at the same time, when them old ass niggas hop on the internet and they start talking like we still in the fucking 60s, now you gotta sit your old ass down and shut the fuck up, bro, because that's not it doesn't apply here. And that's where the friction happens, because now you want to, you know, Monday morning fucking quarterback 40 years too late, and you're not active in anything other than just your opinion on a panel. You feel me? Let me do this real quick and we'll hop back to it. Shout out to Ultra Magnus for the 10. Appreciate you, brother. You can't correct it. It has to be bred out by the men, not giving these women power and having children with them and rewarding the good ones with children and raising a better mindset. Ultra Magnus, again, brother. Shout out to you. Appreciate it for the 10. The problem with that is you can't breed with the good women if we say the good women are the fucking minority of the women and the women that already don't have kids. So the vast majority of black women already have children, be it with ain't shit niggas or niggas that's about some shit, right? So with us understanding that over half of black women have kids already, right? How are the majority of men going to be able to pick the good women out of the 40 some odd percent or less than 40% that's left? You feel me?
And if you want to come in and give those kids some straightening and be a good or great stepfather experience, they're going to disrespect you and not let. How many of those women you think going to let you come into their home and take control of their kids and get them right and get them right?
Even Zag, even if you do that,
I'm saying how many though?
No, not many. And even if you do that, you're still gonna have more than likely an ungrateful kid or whatever. You know, when they, you know, one of my best friends here, I don't even want to get it. I'll just say his stepfather was there throughout. And, you know, we're older now. And I asked him, I'm like, hey, whatever happened to blank blank? And he was like, I don't know. I haven't talked to him in years. And I'm like, dude, he raised you. You haven't talked to him in years. Like, man, it's a but going back to Fantastic's point, it's a thankless job. Many men took that on in the 70s and 80s. I saw it with my own eyes, willingly taking on multiple baby daddies' kids, you know, and what thanks did they get? That's what happened, dare I say, to the stepfather. Many men actually like, you know what, this is not a good thing to step into at all.
Can I add to that? If I can?
Please, feel free.
Sure.
I was going to say, well, it's simply biology. Kids, they're not biologically your kids, and they're now biologically your kids. So those kids now, they're not going to be interested in you in a way. So they're always going to follow the mother and the biological father, even if we're not there. So it doesn't matter how much good you do, that biology is going to still be there to. It could be a wall that you can't break through. So you just gotta think about it. Naturally, being a single mother back in the day. Now, you know, when cavemen were a thing, even a death sentence.
Four words. You ain't my. Finish the sentence.
I was just about to bring that point up. I was going to ask if anybody's had that done to them. It's one of the worst feelings that you could ever have in your life, man. Luckily, in my position, it was done to me by a teenager, so I was able to say the slick shit back. So nigga said, you can't tell me shit. You ain't my daddy. I said, but look here, I'm your mama's daddy. And then after that, he ain't never said no more slick shit, so we kind of got that straight. Yeah. He understood what that mean. He was old enough to get it.
Indeed. Shout out to my man Freeman's Journal for the membership message, brother. Really appreciate it. Functional black people are their own group, benign. Ain't nothing but some money. Well, again, like I said, the great separation is gonna happen, bro. I know it's inevitable. You know, I just think more people need to understand. Again, you know, by all accounts, the clock that we're on. I don't think people are taking it serious, right?
Do you think this is a random musing that's not even related to the topic? Do you think that the backlash from the plantation brothers, as I refer to them, towards the passport brothers is because they think that that removes what I'll call the simp marketplace? In other words, they always had a fallback plan of brothers. You know what I'm saying? Whereas now that those brothers, or many of those brothers, have said, you know what, that's not a good deal, and I gotta take this call. Any thoughts on that?
Nah, yeah, of course, bro. It's twofold. So it's the worker bee beehive mentality, drone protecting the hive, protecting the black woman, protecting the queen. And then it's like you said, they just don't have the means of doing it in a lot of the cases, bro. Again, black men travel the least. More black women travel than black men travel. And they buy more dick than we buy pussy. Nobody want to talk about that, right? You mean tell me she going down there and she letting them rude boys run that dirty ass clay on her, and you don't think they running no dig up in them, bro? Come on, and we seen that too. Everybody remember to put a one in the chat, man. If y'all remember the plastic bag, the grocery bag, put a one in the chat. Chat participation, right? So again, man, we know how these things go, bro. We know how these things go. But let me give my man 18th letter here. I'm sorry, brother. I greatly appreciate your patience. 18th letter, what you got for us, brother? Go right ahead.
No problem, brother. First and foremost, man, I wanted to say shout out to you. Thank you for allowing me on your platform. And you've been at it, destroying people in arguments for a long time. Fantastic. And what this really comes down to, everybody like to play victimhood. This is about power. A lot of these type of misandrous black women think they have power over black men, and they're not willing to lose that power. In some cases, a lot of them view us no different than what you would consider like a white racist. And of course, we know not all white people are racist, but they view us in the sense that they are above us, we inferior to them. And the fact that some black men that are waking up have them very nervous in that sense, because they don't, for us to even have a successful black community. I've argued with people on panels who tried to tell me up and down that you don't need a nuclear family just to even have a successful black community. And I just found it super crazy that somebody would even say something like that, because obviously all we got to do is look at most of the other groups that are operating, whether it be with their economics and different things like that, and you'll see that the family is intact, but they think that you can actually have the same equal set of resources with a bunch of single mothers operating in the community like you would have a nuclear family from, let's say, the Asian community. So it's all out of whack. And we've read stories about the misandry that's been taught in schools, like especially when it comes to black men, dealing with people with negative attitudes and microaggressions, like from certain women. Even when you go to places like where you work at your jobs, go to the bank, different things like that, you just always get this like level of microaggression and attitudes from certain women within our community. And to what Fantastic was saying earlier, and what you brothers were saying earlier, is getting to a point now where everything that you hear when we have an argument about what's going on is always from the victim. It's always from a sense of victimhood when it comes to the women. And it's always, nobody's paying attention to how these boys are raised. You're raising the same boys that you hate. You're raising the same emotional young men without any discipline, without any structure, that's quick to blame everybody for a decision that they made. You're raising these boys. And I would always ask some of these women too that try to say, oh, well, we got these businesses, we got all of this, and we're some of the most educated. I'm like, okay, then why ain't y'all hiring your black sons then? If that's the case, you never get an answer.
Oops.
But that's all right. Sorry, y'all got it.
Nah, so shout out to Creed, and yeah, ladies, you can come up, man. Like I said, y'all know me. I was the original woman infiltrator. Y'all niggas don't forget, right? So who y'all talking with? But nah, no, Creed, I'm you know me, I'm not encouraging marriage at any way, shape, form, or fashion. At least not state sanctioned marriage. If you want to get a spiritual marriage, baby, go right ahead. You know what I'm saying? Let that man, provide and protect for you, live under his roof and be under his covering. You don't need no paperwork to do that. God don't respect no paperwork, right? But nah, it's just the fact of the matter that we understand the importance of families, and the most important part is you can't have women can't have the monopoly on raising the children.
That
Women
part.
monopoly on the children is detrimental for any group, right? And especially if and when we see the shit is look at Tigger, right? Tigger ass done pick the worst possible fucking woman he could pick and still give her a chance, and now her child is helping make him look like an abusive dude. So yeah, by all means, man, it's like even when you do that, you do the thing that women say they want you to do, brother, you're gonna lose in that situation. If you taking a woman seriously, bro, that's got 2 baby daddies or more, hey brother, that's on you. Whatever you get out of that, you get out of it. I'm sorry.
And you say you want the life easier on you, let the dad have access to the kid. That's all. And I started off with saying I'm not getting married again. So, but I do believe in long-term relationships. And I even said that I was a stepfather and I was a good stepfather. I just don't believe that there was actual any appreciation showed in that. And that's why that situation fell apart, because I started to feel unappreciated and I had to step. It wasn't like she was like, oh, you're not doing what you're supposed to do as a man. Nah, I'm not getting reciprocated as far as just words of affirmation, shit. And then your kid gonna say, you're not my daddy. She didn't say nothing, so like I said, I'm your mama's daddy, and she sure didn't say nothing when I said that. I said, hey, well, whatever, y'all heard it.
No, I think what happened is that many Black men got guilt tripped into a lot of situations. You got to take care of this or whatever, and like I said, nobody's going to get something. No, nobody's going to contribute to something that they're not getting anything out of. But I'll defer to the lovely Mahogany. Hello, Mahogany.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey there, man.
How y'all doing?
Hey, Mahogany.
Hey, what's up? Hi, Mr. Fantastic. I had a question just about the title. I haven't been here long, so I'm not going to assume anything. But how did you come up with this topic?
Shout out Mahogany. So
Shout out.
Jasmine Crockett just did like 2 promos or whatever at Essence Fest, to where she spoke pretty much exclusively of Black women with no mention of Black men whatsoever, and something as long as along the lines of politics being so pretty much I use that to allude back to the point of where Ice Cube had the conversation with the Queens with Cocktails with Queens, and it was politics also, and then they demanded separation and exclusion from Black people and something for themselves. So that is the gist or the spirit of the title of the stream.
I watch you. Yeah, it makes sense. I know you've done this topic before. Just the separation. That's the point? Just saying that basically you believe some Black women feel like they're separate from the Black man. They're not a family unit. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, not what I believe. Black women believe it. So so I use what Jasmine Crockett said. So like as I do with everything, I use evidence to proof to prove my points. So when you have a woman that was a congresswoman, right? She was a member of Congress, address this politically and talk about Black women exclusively in politics, that's extremely problematic. So her and other Black women have said it. Black women see themselves as separate in their own class within the Black community. They don't talk about themselves and Black men being one and the same or linked.
Hey, fan, hold on. That's by design. Mahogany, just hang on for just one quick second. Jasmine, Brief Jefferson, Bree Jefferson makes a great point here in your chat. But I just want to say with her, Jasmine Crockett is sponsored by George Soros. And we know that because we saw her and Alex Soros, pictured together. And that's just not random. We've seen her campaign donations where a lot of her money comes from outside of the United States. Anybody that's not familiar with George Soros, I advise you to get familiar with him. But he is dead set on creating frictions, and all of this within the United States, whether that's blackmail, this and all that. And it's interesting.
He funded BLM.
Exactly. And it's interesting that they put that despite the fact that she got trampled in her election, what have you, when you're losing by double-digit points, that's a trample. despite the fact that she got trampled, despite the fact that she never sponsored any legislation whatsoever in her district, they still propped her up last year, or I'm sorry, at Essence. But wait, wasn't last year at Essence, they were propping up all the Afro beats and all the African stuff or whatever. So this just shows you there's no consistency with this group or whatever.
Hey, just real quick, shout out to Toya. Appreciate you, love. For the 5 on the cash out. Greatly appreciate you, love.
Question, fantastic. This is a real question too. Mahogany, maybe you can answer, or anybody that has more knowledge on this than me, because I've only seen Jasmine Crockett as far as her clips. But as a sitting congresswoman, has she ever spoke on any issue that a black man has rose to her, or has she ever spoke on any black men issues at all? Ever?
No, not to my knowledge.
Only in the victimized sense. This person was dead. I can't think of it off the top of my head, but I followed her career personally. Here, bottom line, if you're in Congress and you don't even submit a bill or consider, a consideration for something, you're just there as a prop, simply put.
Because I didn't want to just say that she didn't support us without having any knowledge. I just never had actually heard her say anything. But every time she speaks on the black community, she makes sure she uses the black community as an overall base first, and then she goes in and separates it and says, but yes, black women need this specifically.
Well, but this is what I'm saying though. If you only name one group and you speak generally, and then you always specify to one, that's your original premise.
Yeah.
Same thing that they did. You know what I'm saying? So my bad. So we're saying the same thing then. So no, that's what I'm saying. Jasmine Crockett speaks for I had the thing, where is it? She said black women deem Jasmine Crockett one of their saviors. Black women deem Jasmine Crockett one of their representatives. You guys did that. Y'all were championing her when she called that white lady butch body built bitch, or whatever she called her, right? Marjorie Taylor Greene, that back and forth. Y'all were happy with the sister girl bullshit, right? So, and when Stephen A, said what he said rightfully, but then tucked his balls and retracted it, y'all got offended at him. So, again, most of these representatives for black women, you guys choose them, y'all support them, and if and when you don't go lockstep with them, you hate black women automatically.
I say that they're propped up. Most they do choose them, but those are propped up individuals. For example, think of somebody like Carolyn Swain, right? A woman. Somebody's got. I think that's you, Mahogany.
No, it was Brownsville. I gotta go ahead.
Okay, no, just think of somebody like Carolyn Swain. If you're not familiar with her, she's an older lady who was on welfare and all this. She basically went to school, became something of herself, but because she doesn't preach that message of going against the black man, blaming the system, blaming the white man, she's not known, So they know who the targets are. They know it's just all about show them in a high profile position, prop them up, show them in a high profile position. Oh God, if they give it to any white person, definitely prop them up. Like you said, with the whole Marjorie Taylor Greene thing and, her talking about Trump and all that. Oh, wow. She's really proud, Okay, well, what about her record? What about for what she was actually hired for, or elected for? What about that?
Mahogany wanted to say something too, and I think we had stopped her. We had cut her off. That was her mic though. It wasn't me. I don't think. I'm inside. I think it sounded like some outside wind.
She dropped off, so she can come back if she wants.
Yeah, because I think she was trying to say something, and then we started talking. She didn't really get to talk, and we kind of like
she lost power. And
Mahogany's a big girl. I just saw her cussing somebody out the whole fucking weekend. So,
you gotta know.
Okay. No, I just want to say, because in the comments it's already like we double hating and shit. They're already saying like
I'm not. Exactly. We don't do that over here. Women know they can come up here. Just like y'all hop on anybody else fucking panel, y'all can hop on the fucking panel. Y'all grown. Ain't no special treatment. Ain't no fucking holding hands. Get your ass up and say what you gotta say if you want to say it. Titties and vaginas are welcome, baby. Okay, I
got you. I agree.
Shout out to Mahogany, baby. I hope your she said her power went out, so I understand. But yeah,
we were saying the last thing. We were saying the same thing about Jasmine Crockett. I was just wanted to make sure before I made that point that she didn't actually say something specifically about men, because I would have been totally wrong. But yeah,
no, of course,
she
never
always
does.
uses the umbrella of blackness to specifically then stash off into what women need.
But why do you
even Ice Cube asked him specifically, are black women not a part of black people? And only one of them answered yes. They all first natural response was no, and you can hear it verbally. No, no, no. Then one person, yes, yes.
notice
That's wild.
Ice Cube recently did say that he gets no invites or anything to all that. This is why I'm saying it's a cabal. You know, this is why Roland Martin wears a, what does he say? What does the shirt say? Fantastic. It's vote like a black woman.
Oh, don't even get me started on fucking Roro.
You know.
But yeah, man.
He looks down on black culture anyway, though, because he always falls back on that. My people from, where's people from? Grenada or Trinidad or something. His people not from here. Not like that. I ain't trying to make it that kind of string. But he falls back on that, and he always kind of does that and separates himself and uplifts the black woman over the black man. I think he does that definitely on purpose.
Yeah, he's bought and paid for, and it's been exposed. Shout out to that brother in Chicago who confronted him, and he ran like a broad he is. There you go, Prime VA.
Yeah, man. Yeah, and that's the thing, man. Ultimately, like I said, this was just about addressing everyone claims that it's us, right? And the most disrespectful part of it is that they don't think black men are smart enough to see what's happening. That's the sad part, right? Listen, again, black men understand, believe, and act and carry it like we need each other. Okay. The group is no part is bigger than the whole. Nobody bigger than the fucking program. Black women have been touting this for I don't know how long now with false rhetoric. If somebody just said the other day talking about black women out earn, it's 2026. They're still saying black men out earn black women out earn black men. Black women are the most educated. Niggas are intimidated by women with money and all this bullshit. And it's just like,
but they know all the other stats though.
Yeah, but they don't know any of the actual stats.
But they don't get there. That's what I'm saying. They know all kind of other shit, but they don't know that.
Yeah, of course.
We've been debunking that whole, and it's not to shit on them by any stretch. I know it can come off as that, but we've been debunking that whole most educated thing before the pandemic, right? Or pandemic, however you call it, you know. And it's how many women do you really think go to CDC statistics or the Bureau of Labor and Statistics to actually verify? Right.
They don't because they still, that's another big thing too. Jasmine Crockett brought up the unemployment rate for black women, right, in the firings. And like I said, most black women don't even know and don't care that they got all those jobs back they lost and then some. Black women got back all the 300,000 jobs that were lost and plus an extra 30,000 jobs. Okay, so they were in the plus. Meantime, between I want to say I think it was November and January, black men lost even more jobs than black women did. I think it was like 350 million or something, 300,000, excuse me, 350,000 or something, right? And
not a word.
Yeah, not a word. No one cared. So when this originally was happening, black men also had a higher unemployment rate, right? And it wasn't being talked about. People were only focusing on black women when the whole Doge and the government job things was happening. Another big part of it too. Black women used those government jobs and they gate kept them, and they used nepotism to get their homegirls in, but they wouldn't get the black men under the thing. So that showed a problem. If you're overrepresented in these government jobs and it ever happens like that happens, reduction in service, I think they call it, right? Well, what you think is going to happen? But again, at the same time, those women that were fired, if they worked for the government, they got a severance. They didn't just get kicked out the door on their ass. Months worth. Hey, Sir Tice, imagine being told, hey, listen, I need you to quit. I'm gonna give you at least I know this from what they were saying, at least 2 months salary, if not even more. And
the government it was 8.
Yeah. Oh, 8. Oh, geez.
The federal government, it was 8 months of severance.
So 8 months severance, and then, like you said, you know what I'm saying, 8 months severance. So I don't even know what to say now. Just 8 months, bro. 8
Yeah,
months.
that's killed it.
8 months severance, and so now you can motherfucking Stella got your groove back. You can motherfucking jet set around the world and go do the same motherfucking shit you doing. Shout out to Creed Riff reduction in force. Appreciate you, love. That's what it was. I said it service. I'm sorry. Y'all know I was military. So reduction in force. Shout out to Creed. All right. And that's what we saying. And those women were paid handsomely. And then all you did was transfer over to the private sector versus the government sector. And everybody made it seem like it was just this horrible thing. Black women are being targeted. Black women are being fired. Trump hates black women. And yet we knew the details were there. That, hey, y'all weren't just kicked out the door on your ass with nothing. You know what I'm saying? And what you call it? What you call it, y'all? Good recommendations for your next job.
Oh yeah, reference.
Yeah, what are we saying?
The official.
That's how all them jobs got rehabbed because of them government references. That's why he was hired.
It's all simple. When women are in a vulnerable position in life, people are naturally going to come and try to save them because naturally we think that women they can't survive on their own. That's all. That's why people were going crazy when the whole thing with black women because they thought that black women can't survive on their own. That's how I see it.
I put a link to it in the back chat, but fantastic. What was the slur that they used to call us when we would come with these facts? It was like, y'all stat geeks or facts. Y'all statistics mean nothing. You remember that?
Yeah, of course. Niggas was calling me stat in the hat for a little minute, remember?
That's it. That was it.
Niggas was calling me stats in the hat, man. And I'm just like, hey, that don't change nothing, motherfucker. I know I'm right.
So rather than let me research that on my own. Maybe they have done something to this. I'm not saying you just accept it straight off. No, they're gonna ridicule it.
And we had a real good comment up. Fantastic. It was a real good comment. It was saying something about black women asking black men for better communication.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna get back to that because again, that's another black woman that want to speak from the chat, Zagu, but she don't ever want to come up here and actually voice her opinion in real time, right? I don't know why she loved going so hard in the paint in the chat, but she can't just motherfucking get up here and talk on the microphone. But it is what it is.
Even with your camera off.
Yeah, black women were laughing at black men back in 2022 when our unemployment rates were the highest. They didn't want sympathy last year when they had the highest rate. Exactly. In prime, they want niggas to forget. God damn it, Pepperidge Farm remembers. Ain't nothing but some money. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing. That's the part that nobody wants to acknowledge, that black men are just simply replying to a lot of slights and a lot of bullshit and a lot of mud that was slung, man, viciously and just, bruh, it's crazy. You know what I mean? Let me see if I can find that. What's the name again? Okay, well, this one we'll address this when I get back to other. If y'all change for the red pill and the sphere movement made by other men, y'all could have adhered to black women's requests. No, that's their fucking problem. I'm not fucking submitting to shit from the fucking woman. It's supposed to be the other way around. That's what's wrong with y'all.
Can I say something? I mean, if you guys,
no, you
here we go. Here we go. Black women asking black men to change their communication methods for the better and to be more committed isn't saying black women don't want black men. So no, what you're saying is you want niggas to simp harder and tell you what you want to hear more. No, that shit hasn't worked. It's never gonna work. No, doing it this way is the way to fix it. If you can't deal with being told the fucking truth, you get the fuck on. This coddling shit is over with, bro. No, y'all cuss each other out. Y'all suck dick at work.
No,
literally and figuratively. Your boss talk to you however the fuck he want to talk to your ass, and you ain't making 100K. So if your motherfucking boss go motherfucking talk crazy to you, show up to that motherfucking job on time every day. No, baby, if I'm spitting truth, I'm spitting the fucking truth. Then if you can't handle it, just get the fuck on. I'm not changing my message for you.
Don't forget they talk to their kids any kind of way, but it's
Lord, yeah, that's crazy. That's even crazy. But go ahead, Gambino. What you got for us, brother? Go ahead.
The last comment, to me, it really annoys me. They want black men, to change how the way we talk. Don't they not understand we are men? We can't talk, we can't communicate any other way than a man. They want men. They want black men to be women with penises, in a sense. That's what they want. They want black men to be women because they can't handle a man being a man. They want to do everything in power to make a black man, to a woman, a man address. And the other comment, we're talking about the red pill. The red pill, only thing me is knowledge and truth. It doesn't care about religion or politics or creed, whatever. It's all about getting to the truth and figure out how the world works. That's all. The red pill save more lives right now in America than the church at the moment. At least they try to teach men and boys how to be men, or try to explain to them, don't expect a woman, doesn't matter what race, to act like this, or how your parents taught you how women are, or how movies told you how women are. This, to me, they are trying to dooming the young boys, doesn't matter what race are, and men too. I know so many guys who did self-deletion because they thought they could be the white the knight in shining armor, and when they do that, the woman don't even give those type of guys who will do everything in the power to save the woman from a bad decision. They still try to go with Tyrone, who will use and abuse them. And those same men that try to do the right thing, they get depressed, they get frustrated, they commit crimes out of that, or they off themselves. And to me, this is what we see right now in the black community right now with black women and men. The black women, they don't want the black men who are good. I mean, you said it right. They want the black men to be slaves. They want them to be on a plantation while the black women go around screwing every other man who they think can make the life better, in a sense. Give them the feels. And to me, a 27-year-old man, I can say a black man, I say this, I lost a lot of interest in black women because this type of see they don't want Clark Kent, Superman. They want Bruce Wayne. The Bruce Wayne, the guy who got mental problems and who's rich, who's like a playboy. They want the King Vaughns. They want the Fulios. They don't want Michael B. Jordan. They don't want guys like that. They don't want Muhammad Ali. They want Mike Tyson. They want those type of guys. To me, this stuff it just annoys me to no end. I'm done.
Pezzy got him. You're free.
I just got a quick.
No, you're free to take the link, but also, how does what you're saying here about yourself refutes anything that has been said? That's what I'd like to know.
Nah, he ain't gonna hit the link, bro. It's just this is
what I wanted to say to that the first comment. So it leads me to believe she assuming or generalizing that men come home and be like, "Where my meal at, bitch? Sit down. Why the fuck the kids ain't sleep?" I don't assume that most men in relationships come home and communicate like that. So you would have to show me what kind of communication are you talking about? Because if not, then it would be more to like what the Gambino was saying and what Fantastic was saying. You just want us to talk in a way that's palpable to you. You're not really trying to talk in a direct way, and that's how men actually talk. If we can accept the way you talk and let you get your feelings off, and then we come with the way we talk, which is more direct and straight to the point, why you can't let us talk the way we talk and we allow you and love you the way you talk, unless you start getting disrespectful and all of that. But so that's what I would say about that. I would think that's a false narrative, and you just threw that out there just to I guess maybe it's an honest question to see what's happening, but that's my honest answer. Most men don't come home and disrespect women in communication. Most men listen to their women in communication and actually try to fix the problems that they have if that's a woman that they actually trying to be with. So that's exactly what the
my bad. No. And this is my bad. I know my bad. I know who PZ got him in, so he cool people. My bad. Shout out to PZ. Nigga changed his name so much, but bro, he all right. He cool.
All right, if you say no. Zach, what you said, that's just a way to refute. That's just that's the same tactic that they said with the late Kevin Samuels, right? Ooh, if you only said it nice, it's your tone, I'll let tone policing know. And like I said, go back to how many of them talk to their children.
But even at that, I don't think men come home and talk to them like that. I just think it's cap.
No, I'm saying how the women talk to them or whatever,
Oh, no. Yeah, the kids. The women talk to the kids. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But I'm saying I don't think most men come in the house talking to their women the way the women talk to the kids when the men ain't there.
Oh, God, no. Oh, hell no.
I don't see that. Talking about communicating with us better.
Like, you do have a faction of men I mean, I hate to beat up on Big Tigger, but that didn't just happen out the blue, in my opinion. You know what's happening to him. You know, it's the levels of disrespect that have gotten, you know, have compounded to where is it led to that.
Nah, he just made a poor decision, bro. Like I said, at the end of the day, I didn't have those details when I first did the thing. So him and Marcellus Wiley both, right? Those are bad situations, but they chose that. They both chose the worst possible women to choose, and at the age that they're at. So don't sacrifice your happiness, bro, for the sake of whatever. You gotta, yeah, bro. Listen. Yeah,
It's still women out here
Shout out.
villainizing him though. Like even after the shit came out with Marcellus, they still villainize. In 2012, she said the dude raped her. 2014, they got married, and then like that's it. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
but I said we know the thing though. But that's what I'm saying, bro. And then for Marcellus to put all the stuff out there that he put out there, he's not helping his case. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? You're not helping your case, saying that you stayed with your wife even though she repeatedly cheated on you and all this other shit and so on and so forth, brother. It just further shows the point where we say, hey man, you gotta have a motherfucking backbone at some point, nigga. Jesus
You know,
Christ,
dare I
you're not
say,
putting this-
this is why, and people have said, oh, you just a hater and all this. This is why I've always slammed all of that relationship goals, crap, and all that stuff that his wife used to show on their Instagrams and all of that, because you can be a good father and a good husband without the public knowing these things. Why do we have to know everything? You know, why are we when I see people do that, I'm not saying you can't showcase your kids and your family sometimes, but the way she was doing it, it's almost like you're trying to put on something. And now to find out that allegedly that she does rituals and all that, good Lord. But this is the one who was also saying the Wileys, the Wiley family, be like us. She wasn't literally saying that, but it was largely implied.
Yeah. And uniquely, like hey man, all y'all got hella fucking jokes from the chat, man. Y'all scared to hit this motherfucking link. Yeah, I guess, bro, you still on Zagu, so I don't know. Is your phone you black on the thing, but you still up? Your space is still on the thing, so I don't know what's going on with your brother. Technical difficulties, but
Mr.
yeah,
Patrick,
man, you couldn't do that. But
I'm going to ask you a question. Can you say it's a yes or no a question? Is America right now, or the black and the African American community, is it like pretty much like Rome at the moment, the end of Rome, where everything just collapsing? You think it's like that now, or what do you think?
Nah, it's not to that point. That'll be when America hits the thing for ultimately. I think we're just gonna feel the effects of it sooner than other groups. Again, I don't think we're ever gonna be to the point of people forget, man. Native Americans are a perfect example of what happens once you get to pretty much racial fucking decimation and poverty, to where only a few of them are even really, Native Americans got it bad, bro, real bad. So I think they're like the poorest demographic overall. I'm pretty sure. Let me see. Native American household income. So it's below the median, but hell, it's above us, so I can't even say that, right? Well, they do too.
So you mean to say coming through slavery, Reconstruction, and all these things, the black family still was able to do something to be ahead of a group that was here already. Wow. I guess we not shit, right?
Well, nah. But Sir Tice, that's what we saying, bro. Again,
I was being facetious.
No, that's what I'm saying. No, I know, that's what I'm saying. We're ultimate victims, but we're the ultimate triumphs. You're triumphant at the same time, and that's why I said that's the problem I have with it. That's the problem I have with it, bro. Yo, what up?
What's good? Can you hear me?
Loud and clear, bro. What's going on, Spaces? You got it, bro.
Yes, sir. So the guy that asked about Jasmine Crockett, so I know a little bit about her. The only black man that I've heard her represent out loud was Carmelo Anthony.
Yeah.
But outside of that, no, I haven't heard her represent a black man on a mass scale. I call her a crockpot because she's just full of nonsense. Every word she said. But when it comes to the whole proliferation of black women and all this stuff, bro, the black community is, if you think about it from a bird's eye, is a representation of black women's thoughts, black women's lives, and how they live their life, and how they think life should be lived. If you think about it on a mass scale, but no, for real, the number one thing I wanted to say, because I got to go, it's about to get loud around me, was the only time I've heard Jasmine Crockett represent a black man was Carmelo Anthony, and I think she only spoke out about Carmelo Anthony because it was a racial case.
Yeah, definitely. I agree 10,000%, bro.
But all right, y'all, good conversation.
I appreciate it, man. There are still plenty of black people living successful lives and having healthy relationships. Those considered boring aren't going viral. Well, Creed, that's what Creed. That's what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying, though, Creed. You have to, for the sake of and I keep forgetting it, man. I'm trying to find it. There was this guy, a wealthy individual, that's talking about community down in Florida, and it's predominantly black, and all they do is rich people shit down there. And he said, hey man, we want more black families to be down here. We want more black families to be successful, but don't come here with pretty much the nigga shit. He said it without saying it. Don't come down here with the nigga shit, bro. Because again, remember, most black people are good, hardworking, honest people. The problem are who we let represent us, bro. I keep telling y'all this shit. You can't have more motherfucking booty shaking motherfucking grandmas than the women out here wearing shawls and stockings still. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, I still say that those are propelled and pushed up. The problem is that used to be in the that used to be the under 20%. And sadly, it's the mainstream now, like you say, the grandmothers and all of those things, the graduation ceremonies, all of this, it's like ratchet culture is mainstream now.
Yeah.
You said Florida, correct, Mr. Fantastic?
Huh?
You said that community, black community, successful. You said we're in Florida. That can probably be in either in Orlando or close to Miami, because I live in North Florida. We don't have that over here. Nowhere in Central Florida. It got to be like down south somewhere, because that's where most of the rich people live at. The black people live at. They live in Miami or Orlando.
Could be possibly Lakeland. I also live in Florida, so and in South Florida, but Lakeland has a rich black history when you do your research on it.
Yeah, Lakeland, yeah, it does. I'm from Tampa, but I live in Gainesville. You know what I mean?
Got you.
Yeah.
Thanks for letting me up. Nice meeting you, brothers. Gambino, the other brothers, shout out to the chat. I'll be back here a little bit more frequently, fam.
All right, for sure, man. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you too, brother Gambino. I'm about to close this shit down.
Okay, man. Yeah, have a good day, man.
Hey, you too, bro. Appreciate you, man. Ultimately, man, like I said, y'all see what it is. And again, man, everybody's welcome in the conversation over here. Agreement, disagreement, whatever. Everybody's welcome. But again, we seen this. Even Kamala, shout out to Kuna Coons. Kamala Harris didn't mention black men until like the 13th hour, bro. Kamala Harris went her whole entire campaign promising black women more opportunities to kill babies, right? And other things for them. Kamala Harris did not talk to black men until like the very fucking last minute and just pretty much, here, nigga. Black men, the only way for us to fix this, bro, is to establish ourselves as a political fucking, a political bloc. We still, shit, the LGBT community, I think, is what, 5% of the population? Let me see. What percentage of United States identifies as LGBTQ? Oh well, shit, them motherfuckers up to 10% now. Brotherfuckers taking over, so it's a little bit bigger. Whoa, 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 whoa! Pause, 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 pause. They have they have more volume, okay, but still 7% of the population, bro, is nothing to shake a head at. You feel me? Asians, I know Asians is like 5%, right? But furthermore, like you said, we aren't using our political, financial, all these different things that we influence. And this is where I think, we have to start leaning on these NBA players and NFL players, bro. You feel me? What are you guys gonna do for us? How are we gonna establish this shit? But hey, that's a much bigger, much bigger conversation. It has to be said, man. It has to be had. Yeah, it's always, bro. You ain't whooped the bitch. You ain't had a police report. You ain't had nothing, and now all of a sudden you get divorced. Now he a pussy crook and he a woman beater. Okay, shout out to Cree. Well, Cree, that's you. Again, like I said, but black women out here me no black, man. Jasmine Crockett is definitely on some me no black shit. You feel me? And that's just the sad part of it. But anyway, man, hey. Hold on. Let me do this. Hold on. Let me do this. Make sure y'all pull back up on me, man, because YouTube done tried to kick me out of the algorithm. So I greatly appreciate. This has been the first time I had 200 plus people in the chat in quite some time, man. So I appreciate y'all for pulling up on me and coming through. Most definitely. There we go. So when you get there to where I'm sending you, tell them Fantastic sent you. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and hype. Hey, and check me out on IG, bro. Check me out on IG. Check me out on Twitter. IG especially though. Like my shit, share my shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm dibbling and dabbling more on the comedy on my IG side, man. So we trying to build that up. But either way, man, really appreciate y'all pulling up on me. Thank you for all of your support, man, especially the financial support. And that's that on that one. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Holla. We out.